Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Money in the Bank Premium Live Event. This is WWE 2K26 Universe Mode episode 53. Welcome to the show, folks. I am Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. Welcome to KO Productions and welcome to what is going to be an action-packed event. Money in the Bank, and it can change your career forever. And tonight it is going to be just that as we come to you live from the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California, for an incredible night of action at Money in the Bank. Let's not waste any further time and get straight into the action here tonight live at Money in the Bank Premium Live Event. Here we go, man. Let's get to work. The crowd on their feet. Everyone anticipating some incredible action as we are 24 hours removed from NXT Battleground last year. Last night, was Battleground. Tonight, it's Money in the Bank. It's the big clash on the big show, and we kick things off with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match right here, right now. And the first of 6 entrants in the match is Limitless Keith Lee.
Making his way to the ring from Wichita Falls, Texas, weighing in at 340 pounds, Keith Lee!
Keith Lee, the inaugural NXT champion of last season. And fast forward a year later, he has an opportunity to win the Money in the Bank contract on the main roster and become a future main event player, perhaps, here on his brand of Monday Night Raw. Keith Lee then, ladies and gentlemen, obviously the biggest man in this matchup, going to be an uphill battle for him to climb the ladder. He hasn't got that much agility to do it, but he is a big man who can do some incredible things. That's why they call him Limitless, and Lee was able to knock off Sami Zayn and Rusev in a triple threat Money in the Bank qualifier to earn his spot into this matchup here tonight. But here comes the first representative of Thursday Night SmackDown, a former WWE champion as a round.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
This past week on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre gained some massive momentum by defeating Cody Rhodes and CM Punk, his fellow SmackDown performers, competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match here tonight to get a huge win and build momentum going into this matchup tonight. He also defeated Carmelo Hayes and Chad Gable in triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying action to get his opportunity here tonight. He's a former WWE champion. 278 days for McIntyre with that championship until he lost it to Seth freaking Rollins at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event last August. Now it's Drew McIntyre. 10 months later, looks to start his run and potentially becoming a 2-time WWE champion. He ruled over SmackDown with an iron fist as champion last season. Then Drew McIntyre, he looks to do it again by capturing the Money in the Bank contract. All the momentum on the side of Drew McIntyre, but again, just like Keith Lee, a very large competitor to be able to climb the ladder when you have 5 other superstars trying to do the exact same thing and trying to knock you off the ladder. We saw last night at NXT Battleground both Ethan Page and Stephanie Vaquero winning the NXT men's and women's versions of Money in the Bank, the jackpot ladder match. Ethan Page at the end of the night cashing in that contract after winning it in the opening contest of the night by defeating Ilya Dragunov, who had just won the NXT championship against Ethan Page's good friend Austin Theory last night. Ethan Page proving that the Money in the Bank concept truly works. Daniel Bryan, of course, proving that last year as well, after cashing in at last PLE against Braun Breaker. That title matchup coming up later on tonight as well, the rematch from Clash in Paris. And of course Becky Lynch proving that successful, Rhea Ripley as well, Carmelo Hayes of last year. And here comes the next entrant in this Money in the Bank ladder match, the only man who was in last year's men's Money in the Bank ladder match who's in it this year as well. It's the prize fighter, Kevin Owens.
Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 242
Kevin Owens got experience in this matchup before. He competed in last year's Money in the Bank ladder match when Daniel Bryan was the victor. Of course, Bryan now is your WWE champion. Can Kevin Owens have the same fate? It remains to be seen. Owens defeating John Cena and Bobby Roode in his triple threat men's Money in the Bank qualifying contest. And he is hell-bent on getting that case that's hands above the ring right here tonight in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. It's episode 53 this season. It is Money in the Bank, and it is going to be one hell of a premium live event. 3 out of 6 superstars currently already out here for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match to open up the show. And we are halfway through the field of entrances. Let's get the next crop of talent out here. A crowd on their feet. They were as well last night in Tampa. Tonight we are in Los Angeles. It's been one hell of a weekend, and it's going to get even better from here on out, because ladies and gentlemen, here comes the next superstar and this Money in the Bank ladder match. The American Nightmare, the grandson of a plumber, Cody Rhodes, defeating Aleister Black and Solo Sikoa in his triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying matchup. Let's see if Cody can finally get that elusive WWE Championship that he has been chasing for the better part of a year. Cody Rhodes knows how to make an entrance, got that aura, can he put a big stamp on it tonight by winning the Money in the Bank ladder match? All these men have major opportunity tonight. Out of all of them, only one of these superstars in this matchup has been WWE Champion before, that being the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Of course, Keith Lee, a former NXT Champion. Kevin Owens, not held any gold. Finn Balor, who's in this matchup as well, former United States Champion. And then CM Punk, also not held any gold in this series. So 3 out of the 6 superstars never held a title here in this series. Could it be one of their next? Or will it be the likes of Keith Lee, Drew McIntyre, and Finn Balor potentially get more championship gold here in this series? Or the WWE 2K Universe mode. Cody Rhodes out here then. So it's hard to say who the favourite is in this match. If I were to hedge my bets, I'd maybe go for the former champ Drew McIntyre. I'd maybe even say Kevin Owens, he's got experience. I'd maybe even point it at this superstar who last month at Clash in Paris had an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship against LA Knight. Had a hell of a showing but came up short. It's Judgment Day member Finn Balor.
The Judgment Day from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds.
Balor bringing it old school tonight, retro with the old trunks. Looking to get a big win of the Money in the Bank ladder match. His fellow Judgment Day counterparts of JD McDonough and Damian Priest, already the WWE Tag Team Champions of Monday Night Raw. Liv Morgan, the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion of Monday Night Raw. And Finn Balor was to add gold to the Judgment Day alongside them. And he was able to knock off Seth freaking Rollins and Kurt Angle in his triple threat Money in the Bank qualifying contest. Let's see if he can capitalise and take that case down. But it's going to be a hard fight. We saw the incredible and chaotic ladder matches last night at Battleground from the NXT side of things. Well, if you thought that was chaotic, just wait till you get a glimpse of this incredible action here tonight in Los Angeles, California. Hot crowd, ready for some awesome action as always, right here on KO Productions. Finn Balor then, hell-bent on getting gold for the Judgment Day to make his girlfriend in the Judgment Day proud. Liv Morgan, who's already a champion, she looks to be a double champion later on as she fights Rhea Ripley for the Women's World title here later on tonight at Money in the Bank. But we've got 5 of the 6 athletes, so here comes the 6th and final competitor in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, and for many people the favourite to win the entire thing, the Second City Saint, the best in the world. And the crowd sing the song of CM Punk. Listen to this place go crazy for CM Punk in Los Angeles, who looks to win the Money in the Bank contract tonight. And I think we know what time it is here in Los Angeles, with everybody shouting, it's clobbering time! And it could be championship time for Punk.
Weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
The Chicago native makes the slow walk to the ring as he was able to knock off Samoa Joe and Randy Orton, and possibly the toughest of all Money in the Bank qualifying triple threats. But if anyone can do it, and it's that man CM Punk, and he's here tonight looking for that case, as is everyone in this match. It's a stacked lineup in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Kevin Owens, the only man who was in it last year, who's also competing once again this year, looking to use that experience to his benefit. Looking to capture that case, but CM Punk going to stand in his way. Let's not forget that CM Punk knocked off Kevin Owens at WrestleMania and his return match to the grandest stage of them all. Owens maybe wanting to settle a grudge with Punk after that one. There's a whole lot of other rivalries in this, with Drew McIntyre getting a pin on CM Punk this past week in that Triple Threat main event, which featured Cody Rhodes as well. And of course, CM Punk defeating Finn Balor in his first official match back here in the WWE. But nonetheless, here we go. CM Punk taking it to Cody Rhodes. Keith Lee on the outside of the ring. Kevin Owens wanting a piece of him as well. And this matchup, the pace, picking up here tonight, live in Los Angeles to get us going. CM Punk now in the ring. We're going to brawl on the outside with Keith Lee and Kevin Owens. Finn Balor wanting a piece of that as well. So Drew McIntyre's Balor comes into the ring with a sling blade on CM Punk. But there's Cody Rhodes. Clothesline here, I'll try and keep up with the action as best as I can as Cody picks up Balor and a bit of breaker connecting. My days, dropping him right in his neck that time. It's the American Nightmare. Cody now got him where he wants him. What's he going to mind here? Cody Rhodes got the arm, no counter. Finn Balor, big shots now on the midsection. Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens brawling on the outside. Keith Lee rolling on the outside as well with CM Punk is Finn Balor to the ground with standing Rhodes. What about seated Rhodes? Well, standing position was Finn Balor that time, and out choking out the American Nightmare as Keith Lee and Punk continue their fight on the outside. Kevin Owens and McIntyre as well. Don't forget that Drew McIntyre was our Continental Champion last season. The last man he defeated to defend that title was Kevin Owens. He never even lost the title. He vacated to get an opportunity at SummerSlam and AJ Styles for the Universal title last season. It's Finn Balor that kendo stick over the head of Keith Lee, and Cody Rhodes now wanting a piece of Finn Balor, and now punching him right in the face now. Cody Rhodes going to clothesline lead on the outside, but Balor clotheslining Cody in the back of the head. And it's Finn Balor here going to get the ladder. The first superstar to set the ladder up, the first superstar to continue to climb. Finn Balor up there. Finn Balor looking for the case. There's Cody Rhodes, forearm by Finn. Cody fighting back. And now Punk's going after Finn Balor. And now Cody launching out Balor off. And now Cody Rhodes in like up Finn Balor up the ladder. Can Cody get the case? Cody going for the climb. Get his hand on the contract, but there's Drew McIntyre, a man that has beaten Cody Rhodes twice here in this season. And now CM Punk scaling the ladder. And now Punk's get his hand on the briefcase here. And now it's Drew McIntyre getting up both Cody Rhodes and CM Punk off. As Keith Lee won a piece of Finn Balor, elbow dropped there by Punk on McIntyre, a backbreaker by Lee on Finn Balor that time of the Judgment Day. McIntyre sent out of the ring by CM Punk. Kevin Owens back in and out as well. As Punk with a drop kick that time on Finn. Cody wanting a piece of CM Punk big elbow that time. Now Kevin Owens bringing a table from outside the ring and hitting Keith Lee over the head with it. My goodness, and look at Cody. Alabama slam on Finn Balor. And Cody and Owens now going at it. That's Kevin Owens on a clothesline on the American Nightmare. Owens running in senton on Finn Balor. McIntyre got CM Punk on the outside. Overhead belly to belly. But Keith Lee's going to steal chair. And McIntyre going to take it right out from his hands as Owens. Double axe handle off the middle rope on Finn Balor. Rhodes backhand. Bionic elbows here from the American Nightmare. Shins of his daddy, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Cody looking to bring a proud tonight in Los Angeles. My goodness. It's McIntyre bringing up Cody, and McIntyre going to be a thorn in the side for everybody competing in this Money in the Bank ladder match tonight, no doubt about it. Keith Lee go behind on Punk, Punk big elbow out of it. The table now being brought back into the fold by Finn Balor as Kevin Owens and Finn battle on the outside. Owens with a chair over the head of Balor. Balor on his feet and Balor sling blade on the floor. As right now the action personified in the ring, the two big boys squaring off. I'd love to see them two in a singles match. Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre. Balor going to send Kevin Owens by the table. CM Punk with a piece on the outside as Keith Lee with a ladder. Cody Rhodes going to take it from him. Cody going to hit Keith Lee with it. And now going to hit Drew McIntyre with it as well. Backs him up against the ropes. Cody Rhodes now setting the ladder up and looking to climb. Can Cody Rhodes get up there? No, McIntyre going to stop him. And look at the outside. Kevin Owens here, the package. And a slamming down goes CM Punk. He's waiting for Finn Balor to get to his feet as Keith Lee and Drew McIntyre continue their fight. On the inside, Owens stunner on the floor on Finn Balor. Oh, Kevin Owens laid him out that time, and Owens coming back in. Keith Lee with a steel chase thrown over the back of Finn Balor on the floor. That's an incredible battle right here. It's Kevin Owens, oh my god, with a tornado DDT off the springboard. On a Drew McIntyre knocking the ladder down. Kevin Owens was still down there. McIntyre was able to get to his feet first. And it's Keith Lee back after Drew Owens, back after Rhodes. What an insane match this has been. And oh my god, down goes Cody. Table been set up once again by Finn Balor on the outside of the ring. And it was Keith Lee going to send CM Punk out and over, and he goes through the table. Punk headed on through the table, and it's just been set up by Finn Balor. And then Balor sent packing Drew McIntyre as the ring to himself momentarily, but there's no ladder. Kevin Owens looking to get one, but McIntyre stopped from his tracks, and it's Keith Lee going to bring the ladder into the fray. Keith Lee with the ladder in. Keith is the only man in the ring at the moment. Lee now setting up the ladder. He's got a big opportunity right here. Keith Lee is climbing. Cody Rhodes now coming back in. Going up the other side. Keith Lee now going down. Just to prevent Cody Rhodes from getting up there. And look at Finn Balor off the freaking rope and knocking the ladder down with the axe handle. Cody sent flying. And I believe McIntyre just hit Owens with a claymore on the outside of the ring. What action tonight. Finn Balor, Drew McIntyre on the inside. CM Punk grabbing Drew and sends him in the corner. There's that big knee. And it's Finn Balor with the elbow straight through to the chest of Bulldog now. By the second city set Punk. Backstabber by Balor. And now Kevin Owens back into the match. Balor now after McIntyre. Big forearm shot. Kevin Owens low blow on Finn Balor. Holy smokes. Now it's Cody Rhodes picking up Owens. Owens at the back door though. This Finn Balor's hurting. He's rolling out to the floor. Keith Lee. Owens landed on his feet from that back suplex. Lee set out on the apron by Owens. More ladder set in the ring and a stunner by Kevin Owens. On a Drew McIntyre. Big roundhouse kick by CM Punk on Kevin Owens. There's Keith Lee going to send Cody to the outside. Look at this. Oh my! GTS by Punk on Owens. Kevin Owens getting hit over that one. Look at Keith Lee. Speller bomb on McIntyre. Oh man, what action. Balor choking out Punk. Keith Lee with a ladder in hand. Is Lee going to set it up and start to climb here? Finn Balor's there. Maybe in the way, Lee. Could set up that ladder like he wanted to. Kevin Owens now coming back in. Cody Rhodes comes back in and gets set right back out again by Keith Lee. Owens and McIntyre, the only two in the ring right now, and McIntyre going to set up the ladder. Drew maybe going to start the climb. No, want to lay Owens out first before climbing. Big neck breaker now is McIntyre. McIntyre slowly but surely climbing the ladder. Looking for that second WWE Championship reign. McIntyre now, hands on the case. Punk and Owens too busy brawling. Can Drew McIntyre take it down? He's got both hands on the briefcase right now. Then Balor trying to climb back up to stop him. And then Balor big shots on a Drew McIntyre. Cody Rhodes trying to knock the ladder down here. Both men in the curious position. Finn Balor's up there. Finn Balor's getting his hand on the case. Finn Balor trying to become Mr. Money in the Bag. Punk and Rhodes trying to knock the ladder down, able to do so. And Cody Rhodes electric chair drop on Finn. All action tonight. CM Punk, the Irish Whip, Cody Rhodes. Set packing late, sending Keith Lee. Got Owens up. Oh god, he's going to send him packing right to the outside here. No, Owens desperately playing on. And now still on the apron, hanging on from that one and oh wow. Sends him up to try that time. Look at Balor on the top rope, the legs out on McIntyre. Owens off the rope, splash on Keith Lee. And it's Finn Balor, big overhand shot in the back of the head of Kevin Owens, back and forth action go Owens. And Balor, it's Kevin Owens up the ropes, goes Finn, big shot out of the corner now is Finn Balor. Cody Owens going back and forth here. Oh God, electric chair. Owens gonna try and drop him, he does, set out powerbomb, there's another table brought in, this time by Keith Lee in the inside of the ring here. That table brought in by Lee. Punk Owens back and forth in the corner. Lee went after Rhodes, not having it. My goodness. It went after Balor, who wasn't having it. Cody on the outside, dazed as of the now. And it's CM Punk. Side suplex on. Drew McIntyre. Finn Balor setting up the table. And it's Finn Balor setting Punk off the ropes. Back and forth, both men bumping into one another. After the leg on a chop block, it's Cody. CM Punk going after Cody. Everyone's so damn close to each other on the inside of the ring. This is crazy action here. Is Finn Balor. Massive Pele kick on Kevin Owens. Everyone's on the inside of the ring. Everyone's so close to each other as of the moment. As it's Finn Balor sending Kevin Owens against their table here on the center of the ring, which Balor put in the ring. As look at Drew McIntyre launching Cody again. Keith Lee choke slam the Finn Balor. He ain't done with him yet. Punk want a piece of Keith Lee. Cody Rhodes escaping off the fireman's carry from Drew McIntyre. Cody trying to fight back. Drew though. Headbutt on the American Nightmare. CM Punk grabbing Keith Lee. Is he going to send the biggest threat through the table here? You know, it's CM Punk turns his attention on a Finn Balor. Balor gets launched. Exploder suplex. Ladder and table both collapsing. CM Punk doesn't want to be there. Hold on, Cody. Looking for pedigree. Countered by Punk. And a clothesline. It's Kevin Owens fighting out of Drew McIntyre's attack there. Backstabber by Finn Balor on a Keith Lee. Owens got McIntyre in the corner. Back and forth. Money in the Bank ladder match. What a crazy way to kick it off. Finn Balor thrown over. DDT in the American Nightmare. I believe busting him wide open. And Kevin Owens with a swan bomb. Bomb off the top. On a Drew McIntyre. And then Finn Balor going to send Kevin Owens down. But he's hurting himself in the process. Everybody else is on the outside arena down. Can Finn Balor capitalise? He's going for the table and not the ladder. It's not a tables match, man. It's a ladder match. The Money in the Bank ladder match. A match that's changed multiple superstars' career and will continue to do so for many years to come. Finn going to send Kevin Owens against the table here. Finn Balor trying to send him through it. And now getting grabbed that time by Keith Lee. Now it's Cody Rhodes got Finn against that table. And it was Cody Rhodes, but he's looking to put Balor through it. Rhodes here, looking for a suplex through that table. Goes Finn Balor. Well, Balor gonna be feeling the effects of that one next weekend. I can assure you, as Cody in the corner, McIntyre catching him with a kick and a Claymore avoided by Cody Rhodes. Avoiding the Claymore, we've already saw one earlier on. It's Cody, cross, Rhodes on McIntyre. Finn Balor grabbing Cody, 1916 DDT, drops him in his head. There's no ladder in the ring, however. Finn gonna get out and get one there. It's Punk and Lee battle on the outside. CM put the straight picking up the line of this one. And hand over the goal to sleep. Certainly not basking in the glory of Keith Lee after that one. Finn Balor in the ring, and the ring ladder in hand, hitting Kevin Owens with it. And now Finn Balor's looking to begin his ascent. Finn Balor's climbing the ladder. Can Finn do it for the Judgment Day? To represent Raw, Drew McIntyre just going to yank him down off it though. No one getting on edge here in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. McIntyre powerbomb on Balor. CM Punk's claiming, as is Drew as Owens lays out Keith Lee. Punk is up there winning on McIntyre again, his claim. My goodness, but it's Cody Rhodes trying to go after Drew. Bringing up McIntyre down. McIntyre able to kick him off. And there's CM Punk with a forearm. And Punk trying to knock McIntyre off. But McIntyre now fighting back. And it's Cody Rhodes again trying to get Drew McIntyre off the ladder. And then finally able to do so. Off goes McIntyre. Balor trying to do the same thing with Punk anyway. And it was Balor claiming. Oh, and it's Cody Rhodes elbow dropping the ladder. My goodness. Oh, it's started on Cody. And it was Kevin's opportunity. Kevin, get the ladder. You've got the experience. Gonna pick it up at Keith Lee, stopping him before he can. Here's Kevin Owens though, trying to pick up Lee. The strength of Kevin on fire tonight. Oh, and the throat first hanging up to dry. Off that top rope, turns his attention back to the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes. Punk on the outside, double underhook countered by Drew McIntyre. Back body drop on the floor as Kevin Owens picking up Balor, and a big time slam as all the debris left in the ring. The crushed up table pieces everywhere, ladders in the ring, and then McIntyre comes back in with a fight with Kevin Owens, and it's Drew. Oh no, not on the ladder. McIntyre future shock DDT head first off the steel ladder went Kevin Owens, and it's Keith Lee knocking McIntyre off his feet with that shoulder tackle. Punk float over, neck breaker on Lee. Cody back in, right hands, jabs. Cody cross, Rhodes on Balor. Oh man, and it's CM Punk gonna take out Cody Rhodes. Well, that springboard clothesline we saw it last past week on SmackDown as Lee single-hand spine buster that time on CM Punk. Kevin Owens brings yet another ladder into the equation. There's Kevin Owens, Keith Lee in the ring. McIntyre on the outside with a ladder. Just gonna send it into the ring now as Lee. Back after Cody Rhodes. Finn wants a piece of Keith Lee, but Keith Lee to the outside. Finn going after McIntyre. My days. Keep cheering him from Lee. Getting stopped and is strapped by CM Punk. Finn Balor in the corner. Big time shots on a Drew McIntyre with stomps and shots. And Finn is dazed. Drew McIntyre for the moment. Don't know where Cody Rhodes was going that time, but it's Finn Balor going to elbow drop Cody for his troubles. And it's CM Punk going to send Keith Lee to the outside. Finn Balor. Bailey kick on a Cody and CM Punk single leg calf kick. Where the hell did we come from that? McIntyre's up in the ring and he slams Balor's arm around. CM Punk falls off the apron. Drew McIntyre's got his moment. Why is he going to the outside? Oh, and stunner on Drew. Kevin getting down and climb the damn ladder to make history, become Mr. Money in the Bank. Do what you couldn't do last year, Owens. No, sling blade by Finn. Sling blade by Finn. And wanting a piece of CM Punk, who comes back in. CM Punk not having it. Going after Finn Balor. Double underhook here. This time gonna get in the backbreaker. Lee sends Rhodes back to the floor. Holy hell. McIntyre and Owens in the ring now, and it's CM Punk. The springboard clothesline of Finn and Keith Lee. Lee's been knocked down. CM Punk picking up Balor. McIntyre and Owens go back and forth here. Punk face first goes Finn. Into the corner. CM Punk looking for a traditional maneuver. No, missed it in the corner. Moving out the way with Finn Balor. It's Owens able to isolate McIntyre for now. CM Punk lands on his feet from that follow-away slam attack from Keith Lee. Cody back in. Ladder shots on Balor. Ladder shots on Punk. Everybody else on the outside of the ring. Cody Rhodes has an opportunity here, and Cody's climbing the ladder. CM Punk's gonna get another one. Kevin Owens back into the ring. Cody, hand on the case. Owens right there to try and knock the ladder down. Can Cody Rhodes get it in time? Yes, he can. Cody takes down the case. Cody Rhodes makes history. Cody Rhodes is Mr. Money in the Bank. Oh wow, well, what a shocker. What a win for the American Nightmare in the stacked lineup of a Money in the Bank ladder match. They're getting started tonight at Money in the Bank Premium Live event in Hollywood. But it's the American Nightmare getting a major win, a step in the right direction. He's never won a title before in this season. Well, that could change all very soon as Cody is Mr. Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner and Mr. Money in the Bank, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Well, congratulations going out to the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, but still to come tonight, the women's version of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Io Sky, Chelsea Green, last year's winner Becky Lynch, the women's US champion Bayley, Bianca Belair, and Lyra Valkyria collide later on. But up next, it is now time for the women's world title to be defended. Of Monday Night Raw's Rhea Ripley puts the gold on the line against women's Intercontinental champion, the Judgment Days, Liv Morgan. It's next in Los Angeles at Money in the Bank.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's World Championship.
Alicia Taylor with a call. Women's World title on the line next in Los Angeles. And out first it is the challenger representing the Judgment Day. Just watch their boyfriend of the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, be unsuccessful in becoming Mr. Money in the Bank, but she is still the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the inaugural as such, with 2 defences thus far of her prize possession. One of them being against Asuka, and the most recent, being against Women's United States Champion of SmackDown, Bayley. That's right, Liv winning a champion versus champion match 2 weeks ago at Saturday night's main event against Women's US Champion Bayley to retain her Women's Intercontinental Championship. And this past Monday on Raw, she earned her spot to challenge Rhea Ripley tonight to compete in yet another champion versus champion matchup, but this time not for Liv's championship, this time for Rhea Ripley's Women's World Championship. Can Liv Morgan take another championship to the Judgment Day, where Finn Balor was unsuccessful both at Clash in Paris and tonight? Finn Balor's misses. Liv Morgan could be victorious and being a double champion tonight and taking the gold away from Rhea Bloody Ripley. But it's going to be a hard task, man, because Rhea has yet to be defeated in this series. She, ever since making her Monday Night Raw debut, has been absolutely unstoppable, and just in her second match was able to capture the Women's World Championship, easily becoming the biggest star of the Raw Women's Division. And it was this past week on Raw where she made incredibly quick work of Natalya, putting her in the corner, hitting her with Avalanche Riptide, and sending a message to her opponent, Liv Morgan. Here tonight, Rhea Ripley with 2 successful defences of her Women's World Championship thus far, looks to make it 3 tonight against the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion Liv Morgan in this first time ever clash tonight at Money in the Bank. What a match this one's going to be. Good luck following the opening contest, ladies. That's all I will say. It was a hell of a Money in the Bank ladder match moments ago, but right now we're switching gears right now. It is all about the Women's World title that hangs in the balance. Rhea Ripley going to put it on the line against Women's IC Champ Liv Morgan in a massive championship defence. Rhea defeating Io Sky to win the gold at Backlash on April the 25th. Then she defeated Sky again in a rematch in the Monday Night Raw following Backlash. And then a number of weeks later defeating Bianca Belair in her second defence of the gold. A woman she had a lot of history with down in NXT. Bianca, the inaugural NXT Women's Champion, by beating Rhea in the finals of a tournament to become the champion. Rhea, though, winning the Money in the Bank ladder match last year at Battleground, cashing in against Bianca, becoming champion, beating Bianca again, and going on to have the gold for 308 days. Rhea wanting to make the Women's World title reign even longer here tonight. That's certainly a possibility. And if she gets past Liv Morgan, she could make it even longer than 308 days, as she has been a hell of a dominant Women's World Champ, undefeated at the moment. Let's see if Liv can change that here tonight, as that right there is what they're fighting for, the beautiful, prestigious and coveted Women's World Championship of Monday Night Raw. Let's head it down to the ring now with the official ring introductions from the great Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Liv Morgan. And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia, the WWE Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor. Here we go then, folks. Rhea Ripley currently has a 58-day reign as Women's World Champion here on the main roster. Going to be even longer, although Liv Morgan snatched the gold here tonight, causing a first title defence of the evening out of 6 huge championship matches tonight. That's the first of many, so you see the official of Monday Night Raw, Rod Zapata, assigned the duties for this one. And this Women's World Championship matchup, he holds the gold up in the air. Could have been the last time that Rhea Ripley gets to hold that Women's World title, as Liv Morgan could win a second champion versus champion matchup of this season. As the bell has been rung, the matchup is underway here at Money in the Bank. This is going to be fun. Women's World title, Rhea and Liv, right here, right now. Both women cautiously approaching each other, and here we go, man. First time ever matchup, Women's World title hanging on the balance between Ripley and Morgan. It's Liv Morgan now, the core and elbow, able to get the upper hand here, turns that champion into a Side headlock here. Rhea now in trouble. Ripley though going to whip her off the ropes. Rhea Ripley going to gain the advantage there, and a drop kick. Down goes the challenger. And the crowd firmly on the favour tonight of Rhea Ripley. Another tie up here by the champion and challenger in this championship matchup tonight. So with a huge night of action to come, the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match being another huge matchup. The main event for the world title, LA Knight defending against John Cena. And let's not forget Daniel Bryan defending his WWE Championship against the former champion Braun Breaker, who got cashed in courtesy of the Money in the Bank contract, which Daniel Bryan won at the Money in the Bank event last season in 2K24. Right, it was Rhea Ripley. There's the tied hammerlock now on Liv Morgan. Huge more matches to come. US title on the line, IC title on the line, World Tag titles on the line as well. You don't want to miss the entirety of this show tonight in Hollywood. Liv Morgan back at the hammerlock on Rhea Ripley. Ripley able to turn her around now. Rear chinlock now on Liv Morgan as the Eradicator Ripley. Ripley's cinching that in tight, but it's Liv Morgan able to get out of it. Now it's Liv into the hammerlock. Once again, loving that hammerlock in the early portions of this Women's World title fight. And it's Liv got it cinched in. Can Rhea escape here? Don't think so. Liv Morgan able to take her down. And it's Liv Morgan in a rear chinlock on Ripley. There's the challenger in control here. Beautiful chain wrestling sequence going on in the early goings of this Women's World title matchup. Liv wrenching away here. But imagine the psyche, the Judgment Day might not be at 100% right now. It's Finn Balor, Liv's boyfriend, of course, just went through a hellacious men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Came up short, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes with the victor, and that one. He makes history being a Mr. Money in the Bank now. We'll see who joins him later on as Miss Money in the Bank. Here later on tonight at Money in the Bank. But it's Ripley into the hammerlock now on Liv Morgan. Can she capitalise on Liv maybe being distracted here? Got to see a Balor losing out moments ago. But Ripley still got that hammerlock locked in on Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan trying desperately to fight out of the pressure of the pain, able to do so. Big elbows right at the bridge of the nose, and now it's Liv Morgan back into the lockup. Morgan, no, crucifix! Sending the Women's World Champion down where she stands. Both women again, similar, different gear here tonight as well. Liv usually decked out in all red, Rhea usually decked out in all black. Now it's Ripley with red and grey on, and because she couldn't look the title wearing a kick out of that unique offense. Courtesy of Liv Morgan. The roles are reversed in this one. Liv is the one here, dressed in the all black. Rhea Ripley rocking a bit of red tonight. But it's Liv in control, the champion down and out for the time being. Went for that double foot stop, moving up the way. And it's Rhea Ripley catching her in the face with a big boot. And Rhea Ripley caught her that time, and Ripley now gonna throw her in the ring with her leg. Ripley in control here. Gonna pick up Liv, and oh god! I got that camel clutch type position. Rhea Ripley, the deadlift set out. Powerbomb by the champion, penny predicament Rhea to retain here. One count only, a kick out. Says Liv Morgan. Wants the power right there to count it. Fair as they count. Not enough for the victory yet. There's Rhea Ripley. She's going to keep on her opponent. That's exactly what she is doing. Rhea now will try and soften up Liv Morgan here in this Women's World Championship fight. Is look at Rhea Ripley go. Big stomp on the back now of Liv Morgan. Liv now fighting up through the pain. Big shot on that section now, dropping Rhea face first. Out of the canvas. Rhea could be hurting after that one. It could be Liv Morgan's time to shine, to become the brand new Women's Intercontinental Champion, or the brand new Women's World Champion. She's already the Women's IC Champ. She's the first ever champion who beat AJ Lee for it at Backlash. To become the first ever champ, Liv also with a 58-day reign as Women's Intercontinental Champion, much like Rhea's 58-day reign as Women's World Champion. Rhea looks to keep that reign going tonight. Let's see if she can, courtesy. And this matchup against Morgan is looking at Rhea Ripley. Brings her to the corner the hard way, dropping the leg on her, right at the throat, cover over the leg. Shoulders down, skull in two sets, runs up at only two though. Liv staying in it just yet. But now Liv able to stay in this one. Matchup rolling on tonight in the City of Angels. Rhea Ripley, big strikes, big ass caught by Liv. And Liv Morgan, this could be the upper hand that Liv needs. Sends her out STO. Liv's going to the top rope. Rhea and the drop. So Morgan, big time splash off the top. Cover on the champ. Hooking the leg. Shoulders down. There's two and a near fall again. But Ripley felt the effects of that one. Her midsection going to be in a world of hurt after Liv Morgan just dropped down some heavy leather offense out of the corner. And now it's left. Back to the middle rope. Going back to the well. Morgan looking to close out for that women's world title. That has eluded her. Morgan double knees to the face off the middle rope on the code breaker. Cover. The 2 count. New champion. No, not yet. Get out again. Match up not over yet. When will this one reach its conclusion? It will not be as of now, as Liv Morgan cannot seem to put the Eradicator away. Double foot stomp moving out the way again. Rhea Ripley now going to pick up Liv Morgan. And Rhea now running in. Set out powerbomb. Cover again. What's that part of there? 2 count. Kick out by the challenger this time. It's back and forth. Both women don't want to stay down from the other one's offense. But it's another powerbomb by Rhea Ripley on Liv. And it's Liv sent out. And it's Rhea. Top rope. Anything you can do, I can do better mentality. That was a much prettier version of the splash. Rhea getting froggy up the top. 2 going to retain. Not over yet. Liv again popping that shoulder up at 2. This women's world title matchup clearly getting a good here tonight. We've got a good one in our hands. In Los Angeles, the crowd eating up every moment of this one is Liv Morgan taking out the leg of Rhea. Oh, but Rhea right back to her feet off that chop block. Clearly invincible is Ripley and dropping her there with that headbutt. What a vicious strike, but Liv able to kick her away. Incredible back and forth contest. Women's world title on the line. Liv Morgan got that control in the corner. Rhea though back elbow in the bridge of the nose of Liv. Big swing from Rhea. Pick up. Liv don't want to be there. It's going to be a long way down. Ripley an electric chair face buster cover to retain the Women's World Championship. There's 2. No! Again. Able to muster up that courage to stay in this one. Rhea Ripley doesn't know what the hell she has to do to keep Liv Morgan away tonight. And now it's Rhea Ripley going to send her out to the apron. Oh, Morgan going to catch her with a forearm. Rhea was going to try and maybe send her to the outside of the ring, but Liv Morgan up to the top rope. And it's Rhea Ripley trying to stop her on the tracks. Liv Morgan with a short roll and Liv cross body off the top. Cross body by the challenger. And look at Liv Morgan here. Trying to get in the heads of this crowd, but you can't focus on the crowd. You're going to focus on your opponent. Liv doing just that, stomping away her grounded champion. But Rhea faded back, and look at Rhea. Big shot after big shot. Ripley now clothesline on Liv. Listen to this place go raucous tonight in Los Angeles. Clothesline after clothesline, ducking that one. But Rhea drop kick on Morgan. You hear the impact of that one here live tonight. Ripley to put her away. Liv Morgan on Dream Street. May not know where she is. The kick caught though by Liv. Let's see it coming, and now Morgan grabbing Ripley. I think Rhea went for Riptide. Morgan able to see it coming, and now Liv against the ropes here. Oblivion for the title. Liv to become double champion, to win yet another champion versus champion match. 2. No, kick out by Rhea. Kick out by Rhea. Oh wow, an upset that would have been if Liv Morgan would have pulled out the victory. Rhea Ripley not yet been defeated in this series. If Liv Morgan can do it, she'll be the first woman to pin Rhea in this season and walk out with her championship and the women's IC title. But look at Rhea, back to her feet, a Riptide! Riptide on Liv just like that, stacking her up to retain. 2, 3, no! Can't out by the women's Intercontinental Champion. There's a reason why she is the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion, able to stay alive from Rhea's best shot, the Riptide. But Rhea ain't done just yet. Going to send Liv into the corner and eat her with a big vicious forearm. And Liv eating that for breakfast, and a big stomps now from the Women's World Champion in the corner. Big shots on to Liv Morgan. And now Liv all going to kick her away. Once again, Liv wanting some space in this one. Wanting to get some closure on Liv Morgan. Double knees to the face. Code breaker cover. New champion. Just like that too. Kick out. Oh, and Liv. You can see her get visibly frustrated. Not able to put Rhea Ripley away yet. Liv in the corner. Oh, completely missing the Morgan. That might cost her. Liv rolling out towards the ropes. Rhea Ripley now against the ropes. And now get a big boot at center of the outside of the ring. This was a Royal Rumble. Liv Morgan would have just been eliminated from it. Holy smokes, Rhea Ripley looking to get ahead of steam. Is she going to fly here? Yes, she is! Oh, but she came up short. Missing the mark off that tope. Liv Morgan may be able to turn it around in her favour. Liv Morgan now back into the ring. Oh, goodness. Oh, she's getting rid of that turnbuckle pad. Trying to maybe cheat here, but as Rhea Ripley runs in, schoolgirl here, ropes there, good call from the official. Rod Zapata. Up at it's Liv Morgan in that corner. Being backed up by Rhea Ripley. Rhea grabbing her, looking to put her away. No, Liv Morgan able to catch her. Liv gonna send her in that exposed turnbuckle. Liv Morgan, the back first goes Ripley against the turnbuckle, looking to close in for the title. Not like that's Oblivion by Liv. Oblivion, come on. Morgan for the championship. 2 belts left. 2, 3, no, Rhea kicks out again. Oh, well, Rhea has made a career of being one of the most resilient superstars on the roster. That's not going to stop tonight. Liv can't believe it. Now the official tending to the turnbuckle pad. Look at Liv grabbing the women's world title off the podium at ringside, coming back in with it. Maybe looking, using it, maybe trying to cheat with it. Oh, but Rhea Ripley going to catch her big boot in the mid-6. The official now down with the turnbuckle pad, and Ripley gonna send Liv Morgan gut first off the top rope. Rod Zapata getting rid of the championship now, and it's Ripley looking to put Liv Morgan away. Resurged by Rhea, and a big sliding drop kick onto Morgan. This may be it in a matter of moments. Rhea Ripley looking to hang on to her women's world title. She just stomps away in the women's IC champion, looking to lock in a submission here. Rhea Ripley prism trap submission. Oh God, the agony that Liv Morgan must be feeling. She may be out of it here if Liv taps her or passes out due to the pain. Rhea Ripley will retain her women's world title tonight in Los Angeles, and she will. Rod Zapata calling it. Morgan tapping out, and that is the first submission loss for Liv Morgan this season. She's never been pinned or submitted just yet up until this moment. Will Rhea Ripley making that happen? Both women hadn't been beaten just yet, but now Liv Morgan has been. As Rhea Ripley able to hang on to her 58-day reign as Women's World Champion, making it even longer than 58 days, because Rhea is still the champion of the world. But what a close contest. Thought it was over right here off the code breaker, but it was a very close call. A kick out there, and this was the end of the day for Liv Morgan. The tap out went for Rhea off the prism trap to retain her Women's World gold. What a physical battle as the champ retains. Busted open and all, she is still the Women's World Champion on Monday Night Raw. Congratulations to the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley. Well, still to come tonight, your main event of the evening. John Cena trying to chase that never-seen 17th world title. His opponent tonight, the world champion, LA Knight. Can't wait for that one, that's later on. But up next, folks, the United States Championship of SmackDown is up for grabs, as the champion AJ Styles potentially goes into his toughest test today against the MFT Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. It's next in Los Angeles at Money in the Bank. Thank you, Mike Rowe, for the introductions. This is going to be a hell of a fight for the US Championship, folks. Because here comes the challenger. And a man you don't want facing off with you, even if you are one of the best in the world like AJ Styles. This is a dangerous man to be stepping into the ring with. He has ran roughshod over the competition in the short few months he has been a part of the WWE. Brought into the main roster fold by Solo Sikoa, the leader of the MFTs, alongside Tamatonga, Tongaloa, and JC Mateo. And here comes the number one contender for the United States Championship, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. A dominant debut win over The Miz, followed by a dominant victory over Tommaso Ciampa, and a recently pretty relatively competitive match and a number one contendership affair with the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy for an opportunity at Money in the Bank tonight. But of course, all won by Jacob Fatu, who is 3-0, looking to go 4-0 and capture his first championship here in the WWE, being the United States title. The red, white, blue, and gold on the line tonight. It was Solo Sikoa, the leaders of the MFTs, who challenged for the United States Championship in our last PLE clash in Paris against the phenomenal champion AJ Styles. Styles picking up the win in that night. So now Solo turning to Jacob Fatu. He wants Fatu to take the gold to the family, and Fatu is happy to do the bidding of the man he puts the one up to, and Solo Sikoa. So Fatu with a huge opportunity to capture gold for the first time tonight. We mentioned this being the toughest defence of Styles' reign thus far. Well, you got to imagine this has got to be the toughest matchup of Jacob Fatu's career thus far. In there with one of the best wrestlers in the entire world. That man right there, the inaugural Universal Champion of this season, or last season, this series, and the current United States Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles. 5 defenses for Styles in his championship thus far. Defeating Chad Gable in the first ever episode of SmackDown this series. Defeating Samoa Joe on 2 occasions, one of which at Backlash, the other which on the SmackDown following in Styles' hometown of Gainesville, Georgia. And of course we can't forget his victory against Solo Sikoa at Clash in Paris and his WrestleMania rematch win over the Viper Randy Orton, the man he beat to win the championship. He beat him at Saturday night's main event 2 weeks ago to hang on to his US Championship, which he has had for the past 222 days. Let's see if Styles can get his 6th defense against a rabid animal in the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu in what is going to be a combustible United States Championship clash tonight in Los Angeles, California, where the lights are the brightest at Money in the Bank. Here we go then, folks. That right there is what they're fighting for. The beautiful, prestigious, and coveted United States Championship of Thursday Night SmackDown. Let's head it to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
Introducing the challenger from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. And his opponent from Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the WWE United States Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Thank you, Mike Rowe, man. It's a big fight field tonight in Los Angeles. AJ Styles decked out in white and gold, looking to keep a hold of his white and gold, red, white, blue and gold tonight. At Money in the Bank, official Dan Engler assigned the duties for this one. Could be the last time AJ Styles gets to hold that beautiful piece of hardware as the Samoan Werewolf looks to rip it from the grasps of AJ tonight and take it home to the MFTs. Here we go, man. This is going to be a fun war for the US Championship. Different clash of styles between these two competitors. Going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. It's Fatu when it jumps Styles off the opening bell. AJ saw it coming, and AJ able to scout Fatu. That's why AJ is the best in the game, one of at least, as he's able to know what his opponents are going to do. He's seen it coming, he's expecting it, and Styles able to be one step ahead and already busting open the Samoan Werewolf, throwing blood on Fatu, covering him, but he kicks out immediately. Oh, it's going to be much harder to keep Fatu down than it is to bust him wide open. AJ now with a phenomenal blitz by Styles, great combination. Going to keep Fatu off his feet, looking for that knee again. Fatu this time moving out of harm's way. But this past week on SmackDown on the opening contest, AJ Styles teaming up with Johnny Gargano to take on the MFTs of Tama Tonga and Tongaloa in tag team actions. Fatu couldn't wait to get his hands on AJ Styles. Couldn't wait till tonight. So he had him in that matchup, getting ejected from ringside by the same referee, Dan Engler. But ultimately it was Tama Tonga and Tongaloa who picked up the win with Tama, pinning Johnny Gargano in that one. Nonetheless, it's AJ Styles getting picked up. Oh my goodness! MFT's got the momentum going into this one. Can Fatu capitalise on it? Off that pop-up Samoan drop, only enough for one against the champion. But now the rabbit headbutt now by Jacob Fatu. AJ Styles going to be hurting for days after this one's all said and done. It's Fatu now. Look at the pressure here, the shoulder breaker on AJ Styles from the Samoan Werewolf. It's also interesting to see that none of the other MFTs are out here to aid Fatu in victory. No Solo Sikoa, no Tama Tonga, no Tongaloa, no JC Mateo. It is just Fatu fighting his battle tonight for the US title. Technically it was Solo's battle first, but Solo, clearly he wasn't good enough against AJ Styles. Maybe Fatu will be, as AJ has taken it at Jacob Fatu, looking to give Jacob a run for his money tonight and prove that he might not be ready. He might be as dominant as ever, but he just certainly might not be ready for the caliber athlete that is AJ Styles. AJ going after the leg, smart strategy, take out the big man's leg. If he can't stand, he can't fight. Fatu rolling to the outside, AJ Styles firmly in control, the crowd on their feet tonight in the City of Angels. Jacob Fatu not happy with that, as AJ gonna knock him right back off the apron. Fatu hitting hard, AJ Styles, we're gonna take flight, slingshot, forearm on the floor. Fatu hitting hard on the outside. AJ Styles, the classic action, courtesy of the phenomenal United States champion. Looking to take out Fatu here with a moonsault off the apron. Vintage Styles, we see him do that every match. We'll see it again. Oh goodness, AJ's on the barricade. The front row getting a run for their money tonight. It's AJ's ass is on their face, but he went for a blockbuster. Fatu into a sidestep. Styles hitting hard on the man at ringside. There's Jacob Fatu going to send them hard against the apron, face first. AJ feeling the effects of that one. There's Fatu going to send AJ back in, count of 8. Almost from the official Dan Engler. There's the 8 there. Fatu to the top rope. AJ Styles trying to stop him. And then Fatu at the top. Dangerous up there. A high cross body by the challenger. Cover. Will it be enough for the championship? 2 count a kick out by AJ Styles. AJ staying in this one. He had a 233-day reign to AJ Styles as Universal Champion, which of course now is the WWE title currently held by Daniel Bryan, who will later on tonight defend it in his first official defense against Braun Breaker, the man he beat to win it at Clash in Paris by cashing in his Money in the Bank contract. He won it last year's Money in the Bank event. Fatu headbutt there, only enough for the 1 count against AJ Styles. Styles back to his feet as Fatu is in control for the time being. AJ running in. Nothing fancy that time but a clothesline. Able to knock down Fatu. Fatu get to his feet. Styles middle rope. AJ double axe handle by Styles. Again, nothing pretty, but it keeps Fatu down. It keeps AJ Styles in control. And AJ with yet another Roshi Goroshi on the challenger Fatu tonight. AJ doesn't seem to be done with Jacob just yet. Backing him up. I'm going to try and drop him here with a burning hammer, and he will right on his head. Fatu feeling the effects. Into the cover. Hook in the legs. Shoulders down. This might be enough. AJ to attain. 2 count a kick out by Fatu after being dropped in his head. You can't keep down Fatu like that. And Jacob Fernando looking at punch Styles. Little bit too overzealous that time was Fatu. Didn't get the positioning right, but now picking up AJ. Fatu back in control, however, in a Falcon Arrow down goes Styles. In this hard-hitting United States Championship match tonight. At Money in the Bank. Jacob Fatu, the Irish whip off the rope goes AJ Styles and Fatu. Just absolutely running right through AJ like a freight train that time. Out of the corner goes AJ Styles with a headbutt. Now is Jacob, and that is what he's known for. Jacob Fatu with his headbutts. The Samoan nature, the ash right in the corner. Shades of Umaga, man, he gets a lot of comparisons to. Cover here, Fatu for victory. 2 count a kick out by AJ Styles. Not enough just yet. US Gold not yet coming to the family of the MFTs. You can imagine Solo Sikoa, wherever he may be, whether he's backstage, whether he's sat at home, whether he's out in a restaurant, who knows. You can imagine he's looking at very closely to see if his boy of the MFTs can capture the US title for the family. Swanton bomb. Shades of the man that Fatu knocked off to win this number 1 contendership opportunity. Not enough for the 3 on AJ Styles. And that's a wink wink nudge nudge there to Jeff Hardy. But AJ back on the offensive. AJ for the 3rd time today with another Oshi Goroshi on Fatu. And they're going to pick up the Samoan Werewolf. They're going to try and make him submit here. Calf crusher submission on Jacob Fatu. Calf crusher on Fatu here. Will he tap it or pass out to the pin? Dan Engler, your official. He's right there to see if Fatu will give it. And if he will, AJ Styles will retain his United States title tonight in Los Angeles. But Fatu bag over back of AJ Styles. Nice best shot now by Jacob. There's another. There's a throat thrust by Fatu. Yet another throat thrust. Counter by Styles. By kick. Another roundhouse kick by AJ. Look at AJ. Oh my God. AJ Styles is on fire this evening. And now it's AJ. Clothesline sends Jacob to the outside. If this was a Royal Rumble, he would have just been shut down from it. AJ Styles. Oh my goodness, how big can he look? They don't call him phenomenal for nothing. He is simply phenomenal. There's no doubt about it. Oh, Fatu. Catching AJ with big kicks. Right at a hammy. Kick after kick. Fatu. Stomp to the midsection. Oh God. AJ powerbomb to the outside of the ring. Oh, the Samoan werewolf. This beast. This rabid animal. But it's AJ back at a running forearm on Jacob Fatu. And AJ picking up this beast. Sends him back in. Can AJ finally give Fatu his first defeat of the series and retain his US title for the 6th time? There's the phenomenal forearm on Fatu. Here's the cover. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring 2. And AJ, no, not able to retain just yet. Fatu, a different animal. Able to stand off the phenomenal forearm, and AJ can't believe his eyes. He's thinking, what the hell am I going to do? Well, maybe that's... Oh my, AJ, incredible Styles clash from the mat. They'll pick up the deadlift, the cover, the 2. No, another near fall. Oh, they've just been nailing AJ's best moves. 2 in a row. Styles hitting what was an amazing phenomenal forearm, followed by a Styles clash, not able for the 3. And then back there in the corner, big elbow, and then a Paler DDT dropping Styles on the top of his head. Cover. Fatu for the championship, just like that. Hook in the leg, shooting down on AJ, and a kick out at 2. I thought the referee hit 3 there, but Styles at the last possible second getting his shoulder off the canvas. That's truly heating up tonight. One of your better matches this evening. Super kick by Fatu, didn't get all of it, only in the midsection. That 10 getting all of it. Right across the jaw of the champion Styles, and then stomping away on AJ. The headbutt right at the top of the head now by Jacob Fatu. That's Fatu in control of the champion after receiving a Styles clash and a phenomenal forearm back to back. Fatu! Oh my God! Oh, AJ hurting. Been set out by the Samoan werewolf. Middle rope goes Jacob Fatu and telling AJ Styles to get to his damn feet. Fatu closing on the US title, gets caught by AJ. AJ catching him as a Fatu. Lays him out. With a power slam, a body slam, Styles springboard 450 splash, cover to retain, hook in the leg, shoulders down, 2, no! What's it gonna take to take this guy down? AJ has hit his best shots, moves that have been able to knock off the likes of Johnny Organo, Chad Gable, Samoa Joe, Solo Sikoa, Randy Orton, you name it. Not able to knock off Fatu, moves out the way that knee. From the mat from AJ Styles, pick up again, and another pop-up Samoan drop by Jacob Fatu. Gotta imagine the Bloodline are loving it, the MFP's gotta be loving it. Fatu top rope, AJ will be loving this massive splash off the top. Fatu to close in, US title on the line, cover, 2, 3, no! Yeah, AJ again using that resiliency. What a fight tonight. In the City of Angels, Hollywood, Los Angeles. Oh, absolutely treated to a banger tonight. AJ out of the corner, however. AJ Styles, big kick in the corner. Styles, sunset flip, powerbomb, penny predicament. Can he catch the Samoan werewolf off guard and retain his US title? Fatu kicking out again. And it's Fatu against the ropes. Oh, big elbow there from Jacob Fatu, not allowing it. Went for a throat cross, no counter. AJ Styles want to grab him. Fatu out the way. Nice roundhouse kick from AJ Styles. And Styles, solid time of the match. Looking for another Styles clash. That's the second Styles clash. But a phenomenal forearm was hit as well. 2 count Styles to retain. That's got to be a no. Fatu again kicking out. Standing up from 2 Styles splashes and a phenomenal forearm and a 450. There's a splash off the top this time as well by AJ. Don't forget the burning hammer as well, which was kicked out earlier on. And Fatu the pounds! Oh man, both men are down. Crucial part of the matchup. As the red, white, blue and gold is up for grabs. US title hanging in the balance tonight at Money in the Bank. AJ to his feet, big clobber from Jacob Fatu, yet another clobber, second time of the match now with the Impaler DDT dropping AJ on his head. And Jacob Fatu may have just had enough out of the corner now. And a big splash now. On to AJ. AJ might be down on his feet. Oh, God. Don't think Styles knows where he is. He could count his championship reign goodbye here. As Fatu for the third time out of the corner, just laying out. The United States champion. He might not be the champ for long. Fatu splash out of the corner. And AJ Styles is done. Jacob Fatu in the corner again, and that's it. He's had enough now. He was playing with his foot, but it's over. The mighty moonsault to cover the two. We have a new United States champion. Well, in just his fourth match of the series, Jacob Fatu is single-handedly, clean as a whistle, defeated AJ Styles, one of the best in the world today, to become the brand new United States champion of the world, and in the process ending AJ Styles' United States championship reign with 5 defenses and 222 days. Kicking out of 2 Styles splashes, a phenomenal forearm, a 450 splash, surviving a burning hammer, surviving a calf crusher, all for Fatu to hit that mighty moonsault after playing with Styles. But it was all over as soon as this hits. A new United States champion of the world, the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa and the MFT is going to be happy with that.
Here is your winner, and new WWE United States champion, the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu.
What a matchup, what a win as the show rolls on. There they come tonight at Money in the Bank. Braun Breaker looking to regain his WWE Undisputed Championship from the hands of Daniel Bryan, who cashed in his Money in the Bank contract against Breaker at last PLE Clash in Paris. Breaker looking for revenge. That title match coming up later on tonight. But up next, it is now time for the World Tag Team Titles of SmackDown to be on the line as the inaugural World Tag Champs, the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, will become 2-time champs as they face Eric and Ivar, the War Raiders, for the World Tag Team Gold next in Los Angeles at Money in the Bank.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor. What a night it's already been. Now it's time for some tag team action. Here come the inaugural World Tag Team Champions of last season. With a 106-day reign as tag champs with 2 defenses, they lost them at last year's Backlash event to FTR, Cash Wheeler and Dax Harwood, who to this day are the only ever 2-time World Tag Team Champions. Well, these 2 men tonight looking to change that, rewrite the history books, and become 2-time World Tag Team Champions of their own night, or their own right rather, knocking off the dominant champions, which are Eric and Ivar of the War Raiders, the former NXT Tag Team Champions as well, who had a 279-day reign as champions over down there last season. It was this past week on SmackDown where Big Jim, Jimmy Uso, was able to knock off one half of the tag champions, Eric, gaining massive momentum for the Usos going into this tag title affair tonight. Jimmy and Jay looking ready, get a huge ovation in Los Angeles, both San Francisco boys here back in California, looking to regain tag team gold tonight at Money in the Bank, live on the big stage of Hollywood this evening. The challengers are out. Here come the champions. Will this be the last time we see the Raiders carry the World Tag Team Gold to the ring? It remains to be seen. They've already knocked off FTR KO at Backlash in a 6-man tornado elimination matchup, which featured them teaming up with Aleister Black against FTR KO of Cash, Dax, and of course Randy Orton, who is no longer associated with the former tag team champions since losing that matchup in Randy's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. And then on an episode of SmackDown before Clash in Paris, they were able to knock off the Wyatt Six of Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis. 2 successful defenses for the War Raiders as tag team champions going into their third tonight against former champions, the Usos. But imagine it's going to be the toughest test yet for the Raiders as the tag team champions. But they're a hell of a team. They are monsters in that ring. And this is going to be one hell of a tag team match. Eric and Ivar hyping up the crowd. Going to be a monstrous tag match for the World Tag Titles of SmackDown right here in Los Angeles. The City of Angels treated to a hell of a match, which is for that right there. Beautiful, prestigious and coveted World Tag Team Gold of Thursday Night SmackDown. Let's head down to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challengers, and a combined weight of 493 pounds, the team of Jimmy and main event, Jay the Usos. And their opponents, and a combined weight of 597 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Ivar and Eric, the War Raiders.
Thank you, Alicia. The War Raiders, folks, have a 219-day reign as World Tag Team Champions. They have a 279-day reign as NXT Tag Champs, trying to make the reign longer. Ain't got that long to go left, but they could lose it right here, courtesy to the Usos, the inaugural World Tag Team Champions. The referee for this one, Adrian Butler, is saying that he's holding up both Tag Team titles tonight. Jimmy Uso going to be starting off against the big man Ivar of the War Raiders. I want to just say as well, folks, I got the title length wrong of AJ Styles' US title. He had a 218-day reign as opposed to 222 days, as I said in the previous matchup. But Jacob Fatu now ended that reign as Jacob Fatu, the new United States champion, after defeating AJ Styles in the previous contest. But right now it's Ivar laying out Jimmy Uso with big strikes, roundhouse kicks, right hands, left hands, all sorts on Big Jimmy. But setting him up. Gonna send him up the ropes. Oh, big roundhouse, big shot as well. Look at this. Setting up Jimmy Uso on a German release suplex. Up then forearms to the lower back. A big Jim tag made. Here comes the man that Jimmy knocked off this past week on SmackDown, Eric. But Eric now, throwing a big knee on a Jimmy Uso. Out for another one, Jimmy back to his feet, one for a throat thrust, no avoided. Eric tag against the rope, now goes Jimmy, big shot, no elbow. Aye, big Jimmy Uso, Adrian Butler looking on closely here. And this one, gonna send Eric against the ropes. We saw Jimmy do this past week on SmackDown. Just 72 hours ago, we'll see him do it again. We're gonna see a flying Uso. Jimmy over the top toe, pace. Suicide by Uso. And Los Angeles rocking and raining tonight as this World Tag Team battle continues this evening. Still to come in, a Continental title on the line, WWE title on the line, new Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And LA Knight and John Cena for the world title as well. Look at this. Oh, Jimmy off the top. My goodness, what a flash and ball goes Eric. Uso in the wind by Jimmy that time. Jimmy grabbing Eric. Already defeated Eric this past week on SmackDown. Wanting to beat him once again. If he does, we'll have new tag team champs of the Usos will be two-time champions. Double super kick now, main event Jay. Tagged into this one. Here at Money in the Bank. Super kick to the seated Eric. Cover. Do we have new tag champions already? Hook in the leg of Eric. Shoulders down, that two and a kick out. By one half of the champions. Jimmy looking on his chin when I dropped that elbow. Moving it the way that time was Eric. Eric now the average swip going to send him into the corner. Tag made well needed. Here comes Ivar. Double team offense now from the Raiders. On to Jay Uso. Jay not going to like that view. Ragnarok. Double team powerbomb. Jay Uso sent a flying cover. Adrian Butler in position. One count only. Took his time to get into position that time. Ivar's raging. This matchup progressing tonight is Ivar running a DDT on main event Jay Uso. Off the ropes now, Ivar missing that big splash. Connecting it. He went for that big splash, connecting it. Don't know why I said missing. He did not miss it. He got every single last bit of it. And is stomping away on one half of the former inaugural tag champs, Jay Uso. Jay, oh, DDT off the floor over. On to Ivar, and look at him trying to get this crowd on their feet. Yeeting away here in the City of Angels. But look at this, Ivar, that's big back elbow, incredible. From the big man, Ivar. Tag made, here comes Big Jim. We're back down to the original 2 minutes to start off this fast tonight. Jimmy Uso going to take him down. And it's Big Jim heading up. Jimmy Uso now looking to fly here. Oh goodness, Jimmy, look at that, incredible! Drop kick from Uso. Off the middle rope, covered in tag champs too. Kick it by Ivar. Jimmy already defeated Eric this past week on SmackDown. Can he do the same to Ivar? Can he do the same again to Eric? But Ivar running him that spinning heel kick on Jimmy Uso. Jimmy in that corner, Ivar starting war. The crowd going along with the flow. Ivar ass back, top out of the corner. Put him in section, and Jimmy and then throwing him right back into the centre of the ring. Ivar now picking Jimmy up to a vertical base. Could be the end of the Usos right here. Ivar with a shoulder breaker on Jimmy Uso. Covering one of the tag champs. Taking the leg, shoulders down. Jay already in there. Making the save, saving the match up for him and his brother. Wanting to walk out tag champs tonight, but Jimmy! Spearing over Ivar, right out of the corner next to Eric. Covering into the leg, shoulders down and getting a 2 kick and a kick out. By Ivar, caught on that spear of absolute nowhere that time did Big Jimmy Uso. And Jimmy, right hand, big kick now from Jimmy Uso, and he's got Ivar in the corner, and got him right where he wants him. Big shot up the big stop, and Ivar going to kick out of it right in the back that time of Jimmy Uso. Going to try and grab Jimmy off, big roundhouse kick by Ivar. The Irish Whip again, going to send Jimmy back into the corner. Tag made once again. Here comes Eric. More double team offense now from the champions. Here at Money in the back in the full ring. Cover. Eric into the penny off making experience. Only one. Well, Eric couldn't even pin Jimmy Uso in singles competition this past week on SmackDown. And he's only getting a 1 count. And here in the tag team matchup of the double team offense. Will Ivar be the difference maker that Eric needs to retain the titles tonight? Eric missing that spinning. The shot there, and Uso catching with a super kick. Missed that spinning forearm strike. The discus style. Jimmy off the top of the Uso splash. That's how we've been on this past week. Ivar making sure it doesn't happen again. Making sure it doesn't happen twice in 1 week. Tag Jey Uso. Back at him. This one in a running headbutt now, and a grounded Eric. Try and cover him, Jay. No, the shoulder breaker. The jawbreaker rather from Eric, and a running knees. Double knees to the chest. Cover Eric to retain on behalf of him. And Ivar a kick out at 2. Says main event Jey Uso. Ivar now. Sorry, Eric. Picking Jay up on big strikes and combination offense. Look at Eric just absolutely decimating him with a striking ability. On main event Jey Uso. Says he's going to kill him dead, and look at that. This time gets that discus forearm. Missing that knee strike though. And Jey Uso going to catch him with a flying clothesline on the back of the bald head of Eric. Eric now getting picking up. Can main event Jey and Jimmy Uso close in on becoming 2-time World Tag Team Champions. They've held those gold before. They're gonna do it again. Jey Uso in the corner. Big stomp by Uso. Eric seated out, doesn't want to be there. Uso, Shinvan Daddy Rikishi Jey. But they asked to the face in the corner. Cover. What we see new. Champion's crown. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring turn. A kick out by Eric at the last possible seconds. A great tag title match tonight at Money in the Bank. These two teams pulling out all the stops as Eric now comes back in running an STO. On main event Jay getting the well-needed tag, in comes Ivar. Ivar now legal. It's Ivar trying to pummel main event Jay, trying to make that Samoan bleed. Punches time and time again to the top of the head of Jey Uso. Ivar's going up high right district, tippy top rope, doom salt from Ivar. Cover on Jay, hooking the leg, shoulders down to retain the goal. No, the kick there after being crushed off that boom salt by Ivar. Jey Uso somehow stays alive. Well, I don't know how Jay's fading out of this, man, but they call him main event Jay for a reason, clearly. Is Jey Uso going to catch him with that kick? Jay catching him with that kick. Oh, it could be Jay and Jimmy's opportunity to close and become 2-time tag champs. Since Ivar in the corner, Jimmy clocking him with a shot. Oh, it could have been it for the Usos there, but Jimmy getting a little bit ahead of himself, getting a little bit too overzealous. Jay sends him back into the corner. Jey Uso wants Jimmy to get tagged in and put away this match and become 2-time champs. There's the tag. Jimmy legal. And Jay and Jimmy looking to put him away for one day. That's gotta be it. That has to be it. New champ to be crowned. Eric knocked off the apron. Ivar's down to the ring. Cover hook in the leg. Shoulders down. One. And oh no! Ivar kicked out. Being the first man, I believe, to kick out of the 1D. How the hell did he do it? Maybe it's the momentary hesitation to make the cover from Jimmy Uso. And allowed Jimmy to knock Eric off the apron, but Eric now back in the apron, back in the ring, been tagged down, and Eric taking down Jimmy, and they're going to swim back from this past week. The Phil Nelson knee straight, the cover, the 2 count. Jay coming in, didn't make the save. Jimmy able to kick out nonetheless. As Jay went to take out Ivar. Eric went to take out Jay, getting caught on the knee, and I believe been busted wide open in the process, but this time Eric able to knock Jay off the apron. But now Jimmy back to his feet, gonna turn around Eric, shoulders down, skill boy, new tag champ, just like that, scoring into that set. No! Adrian Butler almost had the 3 count there, missing that super kick. There's Eric, big overhand shot. Eric now gonna knock Jay back off the apron, big elbow from Eric. What shots, and this one, there's that discus forearm again. By one half of the Raiders. What is Eric doing now? Big kick out to the leg of Jimmy Uso running in. Both men are absolutely spent here. You can see the fatigue coming in as the championship rounds have really started to show here in this matchup. Here for the tag team gold super kick by Jimmy Uso. Right up the jaw of Eric. Jimmy the Irish whip in the corner. Looking right at Eric, the man he pinned this past week on SmackDown tag main event. Jay out of the double super kick by the Usos. Eric wanting that tag. Jay not allowing it to happen. Jay Uso picked him up, right hand. Jay now runs and clothesline by Uso. Eric's been rocked, man. Eric against the apron now. Really wants to make that tag into Ivar. He's been decimated on this one, but he comes back in with a forearm. Eric now another big forearm. Knife edge chop. Eric now getting a little bit of breathing room and getting on that double knees. Right at the chest of Jay. Cover. Shooting the half. Rolling him over. Hooking the leg. And there's Jimmy Uso. Breaking up the count again. And Eric's pissed off with Jimmy. Jimmy went for a cheap shot. Eric got all pushed off by Jimmy Uso. And Eric's raging. He wants a piece of Jimmy, but from behind the bulldog by main event Jay. Tag Jimmy back in. Jimmy looking to relive what he done this past week on SmackDown. And has pinned the shoulder to the mat of Eric, and if he does, then Jimmy and Jay become the tag team champions. Super kick, no avoided. Eric S.T.O. Oh man, and Eric gonna knock main event Jay off the apron. And Eric looking to make the tag perhaps to his equaliser Ivar. And trying to make sure the Raiders get their 3rd successful defence of the World Tag Team titles. Ivar in, here's the double team. Eric picking him up, Ivar, the springboard, the clothesline. Ivar legal, Jey Uso been knocked off there with the cover on Jimmy in the centre of the ring. Hooking the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2, and the War Raiders going to retain the World Tag Team titles. Well, the Usos came so close. It was a pubic hair away from the Usos to becoming a 2-time World Tag Champs. But it wasn't to be, as the Raiders were able to successfully defend the gold. And they have upped their game, man. Have the War Raiders 3 successful defenses as their 219-day reign as World Tag Team Champions are going to continue tonight. Congratulations going out to the Raiders. Congratulations, War Raiders, still your World Tag Champs. The show rolls on tonight. Guess coming up in your main event, John Cena chasing that never-seen 17th World title. His opponent, the World Champion, LA Knight. What a main event, that's still to come later on. But up next, folks, now time for the Intercontinental Championship to be on the line. This champion Adam Cole defends against Imperium member Rusev, who won the opportunity this past week on Raw. Gonna be a tough challenge for the champ and the challenger as the Intercontinental title's on the line. Next, at Money in the Bank.
The following is scheduled for one fall. That is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
This is going to be a very interesting Intercontinental Championship matchup tonight at Money in the Bank. 2 big groups to be represented in this matchup representing Monday Night Raw, where the Intercontinental Gold is hanging in the balance. And here comes the challenger, who this past week on Monday Night Raw won a triple threat contendership matchup by defeating former world champion Bobby Roode and on the brink of retirement Kurt Angle by making Angle tap out to the accolade submission and then locking it in after the match, even though he'd already won the contest, sending a message to Intercontinental Champion Adam Cole tonight. It is Imperium member, the Bulgarian Brute, Rusev. Rusev has been a game changer for Imperium as of late. The replacement of Giovanni Vinci, who was kicked out at the end of last season, joining Ludwig Kaiser and Gunther in that group. Not able to win tag team gold, not able to win contendership opportunities for tag team gold where Imperium, but Rusev tonight able to earn an opportunity for the Intercontinental Championship after initially losing his Money in the Bank qualifying matchup in a triple threat to Keith Lee and Sami Zayn, getting pinned by Lee, but still had another opportunity to get here tonight to Los Angeles to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. He was able to win this past Monday on Raw. Can he win tonight and walk out with the Intercontinental title, as Rusev is already marching around the ring almost like a victory lap? Well, he'd very much have that victory lap if he could capture the Intercontinental title, where you got to imagine Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser looking on very closely wherever they tend to be. There are also men that will be looking on very closely as the other members of the Undisputed Era. Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, the former tag team champions last season, and of course Roderick Strong as well, as their leader looks to defend the Intercontinental Championship right here, right now, at Money in the Bank, and what will be his fifth defence of his championship and his 219-day reign as champion. There you see him. It is Adam Cole, baby, the reigning and defending Intercontinental Champion of the world, defeating Daniel Bryan on the first episode of Monday Night Raw of this season to get his first defence of the IC title. He beat Bryan to win the title as well at WrestleMania, beating Sami Zayn in St. Louis at Backlash, beating Seth freaking Rollins in a great episode of Monday Night Raw in the main event of that show, beating Kurt Angle at Clash in Paris, and tonight Rusev is the next challenger. I could say the next victim, but there is a huge weight difference between these two superstars. I believe Adam Cole almost like a cruiserweight competitor, about 200 pounds, whereas Rusev over 300 pounds. Rusev very much got that height advantage, very much got that weight advantage, very much got the power advantage. Adam Cole going to rely on his tactics, his speed, to be able to walk out still IC champ tonight. He's been a great champion thus far, but it could be all said and done. Courtesy the Bulgarian Brute, is that right there is what they're fighting for, the beautiful, prestigious and covenant WWE Intercontinental Championship of Monday Night Raw. Let's head it down to the ring now with the official ring instructions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
Introducing the challenger from Bulgaria, weighing in at 304 pounds, Rusev! And his opponent from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 201 pounds, the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Adam Cole!
Thank you, Mike. Both men getting a mixed reaction. Not really sure who the crowd are rooting for in this one, but nonetheless, it's going to be a great fight for the Intercontinental Championship of Raw. Adam Cole handing the championship over to the official who has assigned the duties for this one, Mr. Danilo Amphiblio, as he allows Rusev to have a look at what he could be walking out with tonight and could be ending the 219-day reign of Adam Cole as an Intercontinental Champion. This could be Cole's fifth defence of the title, or he could lose it at just 4 defences of the gold since winning at WrestleMania Saturday in a hellacious no-holds-barred match with now our current WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan, as Rusev rushing Cole from the opening bell. That is usually an Adam Cole tactic. Rusev able to scout the SC Champion ahead of the title match tonight as he's taking the fight to Cole here in this Intercontinental Championship clash. Rusev locking up with Adam Cole here, getting the advantage and then taking it into a waistlock on the Intercontinental Champion here in what has been a great night at Money in the Bank thus far in Los Angeles. Cole now getting taken down, side headlock takeover by the IC Champion Rusev. He's certainly in control here, he's certainly got a power advantage like I said in the opening entrances. As Rusev again got that headlock in on the ground at Adam Cole, now a stand at Adam Cole. Cole though could be out in his feet as he's able to whip Rusev up, sending him onto the apron this time. Adam Cole looking to do some damage on Rusev. That's a smart strategy. Cole lifting him up in the back suplex in the hardest part of the ring. Rusev hitting hard off the apron, back first. Oh, that has got to put a dent in the armour here of Rusev in this Intercontinental title matchup. Adam Cole sending the Bulgarian Brute back into the ring. Top rope now goes Cole, and a double axe handle to the back and the head of the challenger. And they're picking him up to his feet. Big right hand there by the champion Cole. Got more cornerable tie-up action in, but now it's Rusev going to send him out to the apron. Now it's Rusev going to bring him back in the ring the hard way. He's yanked him by his hair that time. Waistlock now from Rusev and a released German suplex by the Bulgarian Brute of Imperium. And look at Rusev admiring his handiwork tonight. That Money in the Bank. There's Adam Cole here in LA. Cole clothesline. Gonna send Rusev to the outside. Would have been eliminated from the Royal Rumble if this was that type of matchup. Rusev's past Adam Cole trying to drop kick him through the ropes, but Rusev not feeling that coming back in the ring. Cole able to gain the advantage, and Cole forward with the neck breaker. On to Rusev here in this one. Now it's Adam Cole. Gonna get the crowd into this one. Both men not exactly rule breakers, not exactly men of the people. But Adam Cole and Rusev just trying to show each other up through this IC title clash. Rusev picking up Cole, deadlift position, running, power slam on the Intercontinental Champion. No Imperium out here at ringside tonight, as well as the Undisputed Era. Both men looking to fight this battle on their own, all for the prestigious Intercontinental Championship of Raw. Adam Cole, jawbreaker that time on Rusev. Corner will tie up now. Cole got him half in, half drops him on his head. Oh, if I was Adam Cole, I would have went for the cover just then, but not just yet as Adam Cole. He thinks he doesn't have enough to put away Rusev, and he may be right as Rusev right back in the attack, one after that leg of Adam Cole this time. And a big knee in the midsection, that time by Rusev. Cole is out on his feet. Rusev running in and a massive clothesline. Absolutely dropping him. Danilo Fabio looking on closely. This IC title matchup going on tonight in the City of Angels. Adam Cole. Forearm kick to the leg, big right hand, another forearm. Adam Cole is really putting the pace to Rusev tonight. Forearm after forearm, right hand after right hand, and now grabbing the number one contender. Going to drop him here, we're going to send him to the outside. We saw this from Adam Cole in some previous Intercontinental Championship matches. This is what Adam Cole needs to do. Keep the pressure on the much larger opponent. Adam Cole looking to fly here. I see champ with a tope. Con Hilo. Sorry, a tope suicida through the middle rope. Suicide dive with the crowd loving this one. Chanting this as Osman Diaz here in Los Angeles. It's Cole going to send Rusev back into the center of the ring. Squared circle now. Adam Cole, top rope, frog, splash to the back of Rusev. My goodness, it's Cole. Right back to the well, top rope again, and an elbow drop. Shades in his favourite of all time, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Cole covers, hooking the leg, shoulders down, scoring two and a kick out by the Bulgarian Brute. As this Intercontinental title matchup rolls on tonight at Money in the Bank. And if you guys are enjoying this WWE 2K26 Universe Mode Series, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and the notification bell on so you don't miss any more. Rusev Maska kick to down kick out by Adam Cole. That was close. But man, oh man, you don't want to miss any more of this season, man. This is episode 53 of this Universe Mode Series. We are on Money in the Bank, one of the biggest events of the series. Let me know what you guys think of this series in the comment section down below, man. I'm always open to hear your thoughts and opinions, your constructive criticism if you have any. If there's anything you feel like I can improve on, please do let me know. Don't be afraid to do so. I'm always open to constructive criticism. It helps me grow as a person, helps this channel grow, and helps us grow as a community. But nonetheless, back to the matter at hand. Adam Cole, Rusev, Intercontinental title on the line. Cole with a submission here. Figure four leg lock. Chasing the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Hitting all the Legends maneuvers tonight. Rusev's in trouble. Referee Danilo Fabio right there to see if Rusev will give in here, but he's going to fade out through the pain. And it turns the pressure over on the Adam Cole side of things. And it was Cole feeling the effects of his legs now. Rusev to his feet. Intercontinental title on the line. Who's going to get it here? Rusev, big body shot on Adam Cole. Going to pick him up. Rusev using that power again. A big gut wrench style power bomb by the Bulgarian Brute of Imperium. Rusev. Oh God, Uranagi! Ain't done with him yet. Continuously picking up Adam Cole just to continuously keep dropping him. And a beautiful spinning side slam. The shoulders down on Cole. Will we see the champion crowd right here? No, not yet. Just a 2 count kick out by Adam Cole, says your official. Go to his feet, running back in. Nice kick to the leg. Over Rusev. That's what you're going to do. Take out the leg of Rusev. Nice enziguri. Rusev now backed up into the corner by the champion Adam Cole. Adam Cole now needs him in the corner time and time again. Keeping that pressure up. Keeping his foot on the gas pedal. Cole, big shot to the top of the head. Picking up Rusev. Look at that power. Patella drop brain buster by the champion. Cover. Look at the leg. Shoulders down. Center of the ring. Will this be enough to retain? Turn a kick out by Rusev. Oh, somehow Rusev staying alive. Adam Cole doesn't know what he's going to do to keep this big behemoth down. Well, I've already seen one title change hands tonight, that being the United States Championship, as the 218-day reign of the phenomenal AJ Styles has come to an end, courtesy of the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Can Rusev join Fatu and that pack tonight? As right now Rusev locking in the accolade, the submission, the move that gave Rusev the contendership opportunity. When he made Kurt Angle tap out to this past week on Raw. Cole now's in the crossfire. Did he lift him in the official checking on the champion? Will he tap out and pass out to the pin? If he does, we'll have a new champion crowned in the form of Rusev of Imperium. Gunther and Kaiser would love that, but Adam Cole fighting out somehow, some way. Dropping Rusev face first. Adam Cole now shoulders down on Rusev. Oh, corner roll here, bridging through pinning predicament. Cole to steal it. Turn. No, Rusev staying alive. What a fight tonight. That Money in the Bank. Title on the line. Elbow drop by Cole onto Rusev. Oh, God. Again, that separation that time was Rusev. Nice, needed a temple on Adam Cole. Picking up Cole. Counted off a jawbreaker by Cole. And a Cole. Big kick off the ropes. And a last shot to the face. That's how he beat Kurt Angle last month. That Clash in Paris, the cover to retain. Shoulders down, scoring two. Caught him with a jaw to kick out by the challenger, Rusev again. Oh, how the hell is Rusev fighting through all this? What a fight. A dark horse, a sleeper of a match tonight at Money in the Bank. Cole middle rope, meteor by the champion. Cover that man. That might be it. Hook in the leg, shoulders down, scores two once again. It's another near fall. There's Rusev again popping that shoulder off the canvas with authority. Adam Cole doesn't know what he's going to do to stop this man. Now he's exposing that turnbuckle pad, trying to maybe cheese it, but an enziguri avoided, and Rusev with a Machka kick times two! Rusev Machka kick again! Oh, but Rusev ain't done with him. Rusev gonna send Adam Cole in a corner to running clothesline. Rusev picking up the IC champion. Hit him with a Machka kick, and I'm gonna hit him. Alabama slamming third in style of the accolade. Accolade on Cole. Second time, we're gonna see a new champion. Look at that torque, Rusev. It's absolutely wrenching away in the back and the spine of Adam Cole. Referee's right there will pull tap out or pass out due to the pain. If he does, we will have a new Intercontinental Champion in the form of Rusev. Cole in trouble, but somehow the snake in time fading out of the accolade. How the hell is he doing this? And Cole, the Irish whip, sends him out to the apron. The shot, the block. Rusev forearm coming right back in. Rusev with a shot, the counter, the knee from Adam Cole. Irish whip. Now it's Adam Cole going to send him in the corner. Referee too busy fixing the turnbuckle pad in the corner, which Adam Cole exposed. And Cole, middle rope, Panama City, Sunrise, dropping the challenger in his hand, the cover in the leg, should have done no referee, no one. Would have been 2, 3, he would have won it, 4, 5, 6. Son of kick out, he would have beaten him twice. If Adam Cole hadn't exposed that turnbuckle pad, Cole would have had the match up won. This might turn in the favour of Rusev here with a big shot now from Adam Cole. He's stomping away at him, and oh, he just drop kicked the referee. The ref didn't even feel any of it, and now he does, and down goes the official Danilo Fiblio, and now Adam Cole's not going to try and cheat and retain his Intercontinental title. Steel chair brought in, Adam Cole against the midsection of Rusev, and there's another shot through the official getting to his feet, but he takes the chair away, and Rusev in one kick. Adam Cole down, Rusev back in the offensive somehow, some way. Ronson third time in the match with a match guy kick. We're seeing a new champion crown right here. Cover 1, 2, no! Who the hell's this one still ongoing? What a fight for the IC title. Rusev potentially looking for another accolade. The counter from Cole, and they fed shot the shots. Adam Cole is fighting with all he can here in the corner. Goes Rusev. Oh God, is Adam Cole going to do this to the much larger opponent here in this Intercontinental Championship affair? Adam Cole. Oh my God. Superplex off the top. Listen to this place go crazy in the City of Angels in what has been a hell of an Intercontinental title retreat tonight. It has been a treat, but there's Rusev and Cole going back and forth, and oh God, they're trading blows. Trading heavy leather offense. And the rest of this Intercontinental Championship war tonight at Money in the Bank in Hollywood. Adam Cole with a big right hand. And if it's Rusev with one of his own, they're trading blows, trading shots, heavy leather offense being exchanged by both these combatants here tonight at Money in the Bank, where the Intercontinental title hangs in the balance. Cole, right hand blocked by Rusev. Rusev blocked by Cole. Rusev getting the upper hand and knee Cole right in that section. Rusev could close out now on the Intercontinental Championship of the world. Picking Cole up. Big shot, big shot, big shot again. Right hand turns round. No counter. Cole. Oh, the single leg drop kick now on Rusev. Rusev picked up the vertical base. Cole, the super kick and turning Rusev inside out. Adam Cole could give Rusev his first pinfall defeat in a singles matchup. Cole off the ropes. Last shot to the back of the head, and that's going to do it. Cole to retain. Hook in the leg. Shoulders down. Scoring two. That's got to be it. And Adam Cole retains the Intercontinental Championship here tonight at Money in the Bank from Los Angeles, California. 5 successful defenses, but he had to work for that win. Did Adam Cole tonight. The frog splash connecting with authority. The elbow drop as well from Adam Cole. More offense from Rusev, from Cole. The Panama Sunrise out of the corner. Of course, the moonsault as well. But it's Adam Cole retaining his 219-day reign as an Intercontinental Champion rolls on. Undisputed Era going to be excited with that one. Imperium maybe not so much. But nonetheless, what a hell of a fight. With the Intercontinental title on the line tonight as Cole getting the one with the last shot in the back of the head right there. And still, your Intercontinental Champion of the world.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, Adam Cole.
Congratulations, Adam Cole, who is still your SC champ. Who's going to stop him on Raw? We'll have to wait and find out in times to come. But still to come tonight, the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. What a showdown that's going to be. Io Sky, Chelsea Green, last year's winner Becky Lynch, Women's US Champ Bayley, Bianca Belair and Lyra Valkyria. All going to duke it out in moments. But right now, folks, it is now time for the WWE Undisputed Championship to be defended. As Daniel Bryan's going to make his first defense since winning it, since cashing in at the end of Clash in Paris against Braun Breaker. He defends it against the unpredictable badass right here, right now in Los Angeles.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. That is for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Undisputed WWE Championship up for grabs, as you just heard from Alicia Taylor is out first. It is the challenger, the man who won the men's Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania Saturday. Cashed in on WrestleMania Sunday to become the WWE Champion at the expense of Royal Rumble winner and WrestleMania main event winner Roman Reigns, who defeated Seth Rollins in a scintillating WrestleMania main event. Breaker went on to have a great reign as WWE Champion. 2 successful defenses, one of which against Roman Reigns at Backlash, the other of which in a fatal 4-way at Clash in Paris, where he knocked off Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, and pinning the best in the world, CM Punk. But it was after that match where he was cashed in on by last year's Money in the Bank winner at last year's Money in the Bank event in the 2K24 series, Daniel Bryan, who took his time cashing in at almost the last possible moment and becoming the WWE Champion against Breaker. All that happened after Braun Breaker defeated Daniel Bryan a couple of weeks prior in a non-title matchup in the main event of an episode of SmackDown. Breakker was not happy and immediately cashed in his rematch clause for tonight in Los Angeles at Money in the Bank to try and beat Daniel Bryan once again for the WWE Championship of the World. Bryan, a lot of people saying it was a fluke win on that night. That's what the Money in the Bank ladder match and the Money in the Bank contract is all about. Bryan took advantage of an opportunity that he was given, and he was able to capitalise on it after waiting multiple months, over a year. Bryan was Mr. Money in the Bank for. He even happened to have an Intercontinental title reign which lasted 86 days and ended at WrestleMania Saturday, courtesy of Adam Cole, baby. Your current Intercontinental Champion we just saw retain earlier on, moments ago, against Rusev. But it's Daniel Bryan who's technically picked up a victory against Braun Breaker by cashing in Money in the Bank. It's Braun Breaker who has picked up a victory against Daniel Bryan 2 weeks before that happened on SmackDown. Tonight it's the rematch. Tonight it is the grudge match. And tonight they settle the score once and for all for the WWE Championship. Can Braun Breaker regain the gold, become a two-time champion? Will Daniel Bryan be able to prove to the world that his title reign, his title win, is not a fluke? Let's find out, folks, as that right there is what they're fighting for. The beautiful, prestigious and covered undisputed WWE Championship of Thursday Night SmackDown, as we head down to the ring now with the official ring introduction from Alicia Taylor.
And his opponent from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan.
Thank you, Alicia Taylor. Great introductions as always, as Daniel Bryan has had a 30-day reign thus far as WWE Champion. Tonight marks his first defence as champion. He had a non-title victory a couple of weeks ago on SmackDown against Carmelo Hayes, which was the hand-picked opponent picked by Braun Breaker to go against Bryan. Bryan picked for Breaker to go against Uncle Howdy the week prior. Both those men were victorious. Breaker and Bryan defeating the hand-picked opponents, and tonight they are going at it against one another for the WWE Championship. Referee Ryan trying to sign the duties for this one as he held up the goal moments ago. The bell now been rung and both men charging in, and both men not wasting no time, going straight for each other. Hawkins Vader kick us off, and that's WWE title affair. Well, Daniel Bryan making his first defence of the title. Braun Breaker the last two PLEs. He defended the WWE title in the main event. Bryan now the champion. Breaker getting his rematch tonight. This one not the main event. The main event is going to be LA Knight and John Cena, as Cena looks to gain his 17th World Championship, as he will be on the road to retirement at WrestleMania this season. But right now it's Braun Breaker. Got Daniel Bryan in a top wrist lock here. Got him in a precarious position, but Bryan able to fight out of it. Bryan now side headlock on the WWE Champion, on the former WWE Champion. As the current champion right now, Bryan has got Braun Breaker now in an arm wring. Bryan trying to prove to the world that his title reign, his title win is not a fluke, and he was able to incredibly articulate when and where to cash in. He had so much time to think about it. He picked the perfect moment, did Daniel Bryan. There's no doubt about it. Braun Breaker had a battle in a fatal four-way main event at Clash in Paris. It was a hell of a fight against McIntyre, Orton and CM Punk. He went through the wars, almost not even able to stand up on his feet after it was all said and done. And there, that was when Daniel Bryan was able to strike and win the gold and cash in against Braun Breaker. Winning the title from Braun the exact same way that Braun won the title. That came back to bite Breaker in the ass. Breaker had a 188-day reign as the undisputed WWE Champion. Bryan right now currently had a 30-day reign as champion in his own right. As Breaker able to escape the clutches of Bryan, now in control as he sends Bryan out of the corner. And it's Braun Breaker trying to wear him down here. And that's WWE Championship matchup. Getting rolled now by the former champion, looking to become the first ever two-time WWE Champion. Braun Breaker had a great run in NXT. He had a great run, being called up to the main roster, almost immediately getting an opportunity at the WWE Championship against champion Drew McIntyre at the time. Wasn't able to win it on that night, but did in the main event of WrestleMania Sunday after cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on Roman Reigns, who defeated Seth Rollins in the main event of that night after Breakker won the Money in the Bank contract. The opener of night 1 of WrestleMania, at WrestleMania Saturday, as he's absolutely launching Daniel Bryan around the ring right now and absolutely battering the current WWE Champion. Big right hands, big shots to the midsection. Braun Breaker currently in control of Daniel Bryan. This is an all-out mugging here. Daniel Bryan might be regretting picking a fight with Breaker, but Bryan knows how to fight and he's fighting back with authority. Release German suplex on Breaker, going after the arm now of the current, of the former champion is the current champion. Got him in a submission hold, grabbing the arm there, almost like a crossface, but he's going after the other arm now of Braun Breaker. That's a smart strategy. Ryan Tran, your official in this WWE title matchup, checking on both superstars. Breaker able to get out of that one there. And it's Braun Breaker with a European uppercut on a Daniel Bryan. Braun Breaker on a clothesline, rocking the WWE Champion that time, and I'm going to send him into the corner. The Braun Breaker in control, a clothesline. This might be an all-out mugging of Daniel Bryan. It says reign is 30 days, might be all he'll get. Standing moonsault, cover 2, kick out, says Ryan Tran, your official. Breaker wants to regain that WWE Championship badly, and he's willing to do whatever it takes to do it. Big shots to the top of the head of Daniel Bryan, trying to make him bleed in the process, but Bryan able to knock down Braun Breaker. Now going to kick out to the back of the head, or sorry, the lower back, and after the leg of Braun Breaker. Smart strategy. Take the big man's leg out as Daniel Bryan going after the knee of the unpredictable badass. Now knee in the face of Braun Breaker this time. Looking up Braun now, and Braun able to counter European uppercut by Breaker. Look at the strength of Braun, and Breaker with a gorilla press. Got Buster cover by the challenger to regain a WWE title. 2 count and a kick out by Bryan. Bryan ain't gonna be out just yet. Matchup these two men had at the end of SmackDown a couple of weeks before. Bryan did end up cashing in against Breaker with a great one, but Braun got the win of 3 spears against Daniel Bryan. Breaker not yet hit a spear tonight, but you gotta imagine when he does, the matchup will certainly be in the favour of Braun Breaker, who can strike with that manoeuvre at any given time. As right now Daniel Bryan trying to fight back and kicking away at Braun Breaker, going against the ropes here. Daniel Bryan now big forearm shot, recoil, and Breaker against the ropes, and 3 times now. Waistlock by Bryan, now a bridging German suplex cover, 2 count on Breaker, who stays in it. As this WWE Championship matchup continues, much more of a slower pace. And this one tonight is Bryan heading up to the top. Bryan now, the diving headbutt, flying goat, tight on the line here, centre of the ring. Bryan to retain it, 2 count, another rear fall. Breaker kicking out once again. Braun Breaker staying in this one. Bryan can't let that get the better of him. And Bryan now going to send Braun into the corner. Big elbow by Braun Breaker. And now it's Braun Breaker going to send Daniel Bryan in the corner. Uh-oh. And now here comes Breaker. I've seen this before. Braun Breaker with a breaking Steiner. Cover. Shoulders down on Bryan. Breaker to retain. 2 now to regain the title rather. With a kick out by Daniel Bryan at 2. Centre of the ring now. Braun Breaker tried this earlier on, but the rope saved Daniel Bryan. This time centre of the ring. Steiner recliner submission hold by Braun Breaker. The camel clutch, the accolade type submission since then type that we saw Rusev do earlier on to Adam Cole in the IC title match. Didn't end up giving Rusev the win, and it won't end up giving Braun Breaker the win against Bryan here, as Bryan was able to escape. With the big elbows, Daniel Bryan now coming in, and a submission with his own, and the yes lock, the no lock, the bell lock, whatever the hell you want to call it. Since then type Daniel Bryan trying to make Breaker tap her to retain his WWE title. Oh, there's no way on earth I see Braun Breaker tapping out of this one, especially in the early going to this matchup. In the early going to this big championship fight. You expect a big matchup of this caliber to go quite long. It's not been going on too long right now, and Braun Breaker is able to stay in this one. Able to fight back off the label lock attempt from Daniel Bryan. Breaker still in this fight. And Braun Breaker going to keep on going. Big shot on Daniel Bryan. Look at the strength of the former champion now, and look at the Falcon Arrow connecting. On to Bryan. It's Braun Breaker just battering the former champion, or the current champion now. It's the former champ's in control, running the ropes. My God, the 23 miles per hour. Braun Breaker mowing down Bryan that Steiner lane. Cover, 2 to regain the title. Bryan kicking out. That was close. Ryan Schramm his fingertips away from getting to the 3 count. Braun Breaker almost becoming a 2-time undisputed WWE champion. And they're going to send Daniel Bryan in the corner. Braun Breaker perhaps looking to close in and becoming champion once again. Right hand by Braun. Oh God, Bryan doesn't want to be there. We saw that at Clash in Paris. We'll see it again tonight. Almost like a Spanish fly there with a foley slam moonsault. Breaker down in the corner looking for the spear of a 10. Oh, Bryan catching him in the DDT. That's what he done at Clash in Paris. Then he followed up with this maneuver to become the WWE champion when he cashed in. Bryan out the corner to retain. Running knee on Breaker. Can Bryan prove his worth? The cover, the hook of the leg, shoulder to retain. 2. Bryan kicked out by the unpredictable badass. Oh, this one rolling on. WWE title on the line. Daniel Bryan and Braun Breaker colliding tonight in Los Angeles. Breaker in the corner. Bryan drop kick to a seated position. On Braun Breaker that time, and now picking him up to his feet. Picking him up to a vertical base. Gets the ropes again. Daniel Bryan going to send him out there. Perhaps the clothesline to the floor. Braun Breaker sent packing, and if this was a Royal Rumble matchup, Breaker would have just been eliminated there. As Daniel Bryan with a tope crossbody sending Breaker to the floor. Fun fact, in fact, folks, Daniel Bryan actually eliminated Braun Breaker from the Royal Rumble matchup back in August. And 10 months later, these two men are competing for the WWE title at Money in the Bank, one of the biggest stages of the series. There's Breaker back in the ring. He knows he can't win the title back via count out. And he takes flight to the floor with a tope con hilo on the WWE champion. And Breaker was also trying to prove his worth, trying to prove that he wasn't a fluke champion since cashing in Money in the Bank. And he was able to do so by defeating Roman Reigns and big stars like Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk in that fatal 4-way main event last month. But all when he done that, all when he proved himself, that's when Daniel Bryan came a knocking and cashed in his Money in the Bank contract. But Braun Breaker looking to take it right back from him tonight. Looking to take the title right back tonight. Braun out of the corner after leading out that clothesline. And there's the spear, and that's it. Breaker going to be a 2-time champ. Here's the cover. There's 2. No! Bryan still in it. Oh, well, Bryan surviving and Breaker is pissed. But you gotta keep your foot in the gas pedal, Braun. You can't let that get the better of you. Middle rope, Breaker, no way for the shoulder tackle, moving to the arms way with Daniel Bryan. And now Bryan with a big kick to the leg, and here comes Bryan with a one finish, yes kicks. With the crowd chatting along here. Breaker busted open in this one, and there's a shot right at the top of the head. Oh, this is it. Daniel Bryan might be getting a little bit too overconfident. Little bit too cocky here. But the title's on the line. Bryan's the champion. Breaker's down and out on the mat, and Bryan's back in the corner. Second time of the matchup laid in with a move he used to win the title against Braun. There's the second run in the match. Bryan the cover, the hook of the leg, the shoulders down. That's got to be it. The 2 can retain, and Breaker's still alive. 2 running knees to the jaw of the unpredictable badass, and this one's still ongoing. And it was Daniel Bryan. Oh no, I've seen this before. The cattle mutilation submission hold on Braun Breaker. Here live in the City of Angels. WWE gold on the line. Braun's in trouble off this devastating submission hold. Bryan's going to sense then. Ryan Tran, the official, looking in closely to see if Breaker will tap it or pass out to the pin, and Braun's going to fight out of it. Braun's going to survive. His quest to be the 2-time champion continuing here tonight. Braun and Bryan running under one another as Braun Breaker now sends him against the ropes, and Breaker, what a right hand shot. Irish whip countered by Bryan. Bryan went out leapfrog, and Breaker catching him in a power slam. And Daniel Bryan getting laid out by the unpredictable badass. Breaker, pick up, got Buster! Oh, Braun's done it to regain his championship. Ryan trying to position. There's 2. No! Bryan staying alive again. What a fight in this WWE Championship battle tonight. That Money in the Bank still to come. We've got your main event, LA Knight, John Cena for the world title on the Monday Night Raw side of things, and of course the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which follows this contest as Bryan dropping Breakker on the top of his head with that released German suplex. Bryan out that corner. No way, he's looking for a third time. He is. Third time, Bryan charging it all, but he connects with it. Running knee again on Braun. Oh, but Bryan maybe making a cautious and crucial mistake in picking up the WWE champ. I don't think he's done with him just yet. Trying to make sure he's down and out and forearming him time and time again. Saying no, mate, caught with a spear. Second time with a match cover, Breakker 2, 3, no, Bryan kicks out with an incredible kick out. What an enthusiastic kick out, look at Breakker. Look at Breakker, he is visibly frustrated and this one isn't over yet. How the hell isn't it over as Braun coming in running STO now on Bryan. What a fight, Breakker out the corner looking for yet another spear. No, Bryan caught him again with a DDT. Bryan's so damn good at countering and scouting those spears, and yet again now the yes kicks on a Braun Breakker time and time again on the canvas here. Caving in that chest and the unpredictable badass and kicking him right at the top of the head. Cover Bryan to retain the WWE title. So Breakker gets his hand on the bottom rope. Incredible ring awareness and veteran instinct from the incredible rookie Braun Breakker. Oh, but look at Bryan, he's trying to cheese it, he's trying to cheat and take that turnbuckle pad off. Referee Ryan Tran now 10 of the that is Bryan kicking out the leg of Braun Breakker. He's going out and he's clearing the announce table at ringside. Daniel Bryan is getting pissed off, coming back in with that championship. WWE title now. And the grasp of Bryan, but Braun Breakker going to take it right from him. Bryan and Braun battling back to him. Bryan kicking out the leg again. My goodness, and now the other turnbuckle pad getting ripped away. Right, Tran now 10th into that one, and now it's Daniel Bryan, the forearm again. Title been sent back to the outside. Bryan forearm after forearm, and the German suplex. And the WWE champion. Well, Ryan Tran has fixed the turnbuckle pad. Bryan now going to come back into the ring with his WWE Championship of the World. Referee going to take it from him, of course. You use it, you get the score of 5. Bryan has done that before for the Intercontinental title in a matchup with Adam Cole no way out last year. 2 count here from Braun Breakker to win it off the Schoolboy and win back the title with a kick out. Breakker shot, no counter, Bryan shot to the midsection. Daniel Bryan on the bell lock. Nowhere for Braun to go, he might tap out now. Or pass out into the pain, Bryan's going to walk down, look at the taunt. Ryan Tran, the official right there, to see if Breakker will tap out or pass out due to the pain in the feet as Daniel Bryan will be able to walk out and still the WWE champion and what many will call an upset. Here tonight at Los Angeles, California, Money in the Bank. Bryan the lapel lock still at it. Braun Breakker out of it once more. What shots from Braun Breakker. As now it's the unpredictable badass, the running STO again, and Bryan out to the floor. Trying to get some space here in this one, but Braun Breakker going to send them right back in. And wait a minute now, Braun grabbing up the WWE title, the title he once held. He wants to hold it again. He's holding it right now, but if you use it, Braun, you get disqualified and Bryan will retain. Well, Braun Breakker got it right in his hand. Daniel Bryan with a forearm shot. No, Braun Breakker though right there. And Breakker with a shot. And Breakker, my goodness, what a shoulder tackle. Referee Ryan trying to get rid of the title. Bryan though, wait a minute. Inside cradle. Small package. Referee back in possession. Cover. Shoulders down. 2 count. Bryan steals it. And Bryan cheeses the win against Breakker and retains the WWE Championship from the inside cradle. After all of that, it's a roll-up that gets the win and allows Daniel Bryan to officially retain the WWE Championship for the first time. And his 30-day reign as WWE Champion now going to continue. 3 running knees and Breakker survived, and all it took was a roll-up from Bryan, the inside cradle to retain. Well, Breakker's going to be furious about that defeat tonight. He badly wanted his hands on the WWE Championship once again, but it's Daniel Bryan pulled the rug from underneath him and able to walk out still champion with that right there. He had him scouted, he had him cradled. Bryan is still the champ of the world. What a matchup, what a man, as the show continue. What a hell of a show it has been thus far. We're almost at the end of it, because coming up next, it's the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match in your penultimate showdown this evening. As Io Sky, Chelsea Green, Becky Lynch, last year's winner, Bayley, the Women's US Champion, Bianca Belair and Lyra Valkyria collide right here, right now in the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Who's going to grab the case? Much like Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, did earlier on in the men's matchup. Who's going to be Miss Money in the Bank? Will it be this woman, the first woman out, the former Women's World Champion, the Elimination Chamber match winner of the women last year?
Making her way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
The former Women's World Champion Io Sky making her way to the ring first. The winner of the Elimination Chamber matchup last season and went on to win the Women's World title at the grandest stage of them all, WrestleMania, by defeating her good friend Kairi Sane. But she lost the championship after 160 days. Rhea bloody Ripley. That matchup, that loss came at Backlash. Premium Live event, she lost in a rematch after it, but looks to regain the championship by winning the Money in the Bank ladder match tonight. Io was able to get into this contest by defeating Asuka and Raquel Rodriguez in her triple threat Women's Money in the Bank qualifying matchup. But here comes the next competitor in this matchup, representing SmackDown and potentially the dark horse pick to win the entire thing. It's the hot mess, Chelsea Green. What an opportunity this is for this young woman to capitalize on gold here tonight. Chelsea Green picked up somewhat of an upset victory against Kairi Sane, the former Women's World Champion, and Zoe Stark, formerly of NXT, in her triple threat Women's Money in the Bank qualifying contest. Chelsea Green, after that, went on to defeat Candice LeRae in an episode of WWE Dark last week. Tonight she is in there with the biggest faces of the brands, both Raw and SmackDown respectfully. So she might be the odd one out in this matchup, but remember in NXT when Jada Parker became the inaugural Women's North American Champion, she was the odd one out in that match, with much more higher prospects like Sol Luca and Julia and Stephanie Vaquer and Jordan Grace and Blake Monroe in there, and Parker went on and won it. Maybe Chelsea Green does the same tonight in Los Angeles. Well, here comes the next competitor. And this woman is last year's Women's Money in the Bank winner, and she went on to cash in her contract ahead of time at SummerSlam by calling her shot against then Women's World Champion, the inaugural champ at the time, the boss Sasha Banks. The former Women's World Champ is here. That's right, Becky Lynch, a former World Champion, courtesy of the Money in the Bank contract, which she won last year at the Money in the Bank event of 2K24, much like Daniel Bryan on the men's side. But Becky, unlike Bryan, didn't take forever to cash in. She didn't waste a lot of time and cashed it in at SummerSlam, beating Sasha Banks in a great matchup on that night. And Becky was able to defeat AJ Lee and Charlotte Flair to qualify for her second Money in the Bank ladder match. She's the only woman who was in it last year and won it. She's in it this year again. In fact, Bayley was in it last year as well, but she didn't win it. She's in it this year as well, much like last year's winner, Becky. So Bayley and Becky both have great opportunity to win this thing tonight. They both have experience, but Kevin Owens, he had experience going into the men's one. Didn't benefit him in the slightest. He had a great showing, but didn't end up getting the victory in her opening contest at the top of the show tonight. There you see Becky Lynch in the ring getting ready. Here comes a fellow Dublin native joining the man, and some say a young version of the man Becky Lynch, a former NXT Women's Champion with a 99-day reign as champion down in the black and gold brand last season. Now she's here on the SmackDown brand, and she could make history and become Miss Money in the Bank. It's Lyra Valkyria. Lyra Valkyria had a huge win in her Women's Money in the Bank qualifying triple threat, a huge upset, knocking off two former Women's World Champions in the form of Alexa Bliss and the woman she pinned, Sasha Banks, the inaugural Women's World Champion. So Lyra coming in this one with huge momentum, looking to become Miss Money in the Bank tonight in the City of Angels. And it's been a hell of a night, man. Top to bottom, some great matches. The US title match off the charts, the men's opener, Money in the Bank ladder match off the charts, Women's World title match was incredible, IC match was incredible, the match we just saw there for the WWE title between Braun Breaker and Daniel Bryan was a clash of styles and a hell of a fight. A lot of these matches will go down at the end of this series as being one of the best matches of the series. Right now it's Lyra Valkyria in there. We're over halfway through the field of entrances, and this women's Money in the Bank ladder match is out next. Comes the inaugural NXT Women's Champ and former WWE Women's Champ. It's the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair, looking to get back up there for championship opportunities. She recently lost out to Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship, but she got another opportunity to maybe challenge Rhea in the future by winning the Money in the Bank contract, maybe get another shot at Ripley for the championship. As Ripley defended earlier on against Liv Morgan, the Women's IC champion, Bianca defeating Liv Morgan and Naomi in her triple threat Women's Money in the Bank qualifying matchup to get the spot tonight in Los Angeles. Earlier this time last year, of course, a part of NXT was the NXT Women's Champion, defeating, of course, Tiffany Stratton at NXT Battleground in the 2K24 season. Of course, Tiffany Stratton, now the NXT Women's Champion, still after last night at Battleground, defeating Julia in what was an incredible matchup. But here comes the sixth and final woman in this Women's Money in the Bank ladder match tonight, the current Women's United States Champion, the Ballsy Bayley, has arrived tonight. Huge fan favourite to win the entire thing. The inaugural Women's US Champion, Bayley, has arrived tonight in this one from San Jose, California. Tonight we're live in Los Angeles, not too far away, and Bayley's already had 3 successful defenses of her Women's US title, including in her Money in the Bank qualifying triple threat. That's right, Bayley went balls to the wall, said, fuck it, I'm defending the title in my qualifying match. She ended up winning it, retaining the title and getting the spot tonight by defeating Mi Chen and Nia Jax. She's also defeated Lyra Valkyria to win the championship at Backlash in St. Louis on April the 25th to become the inaugural champion and beat Lyra in the rematch on the SmackDown after and beat Sasha Banks at Clash in Paris to retain it, and here we go. Finally beat Banks did Bayley at Clash in Paris after failing to do so multiple times last season, but here we go, Lyra Valkyria and Bayley going out on the inside of this matchup. Currently underway, Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Bianca Belair, look at the strength of Bianca on the floor here. And she's gorilla pressing the man Becky Lynch and gonna drop her, man. My goodness, it's Io Sky and Valkyria drop kicking Bayley in the corner. Io German suplex on Lyra. On the inside of the ring as Belair continues to take the fight to Becky. Look at Bianca with an ear in the back of the neck of last year's winner Lynch. And a bulldog by Bayley on the inside, just like the men's match, folks. I will try to point out everything that happened, but I very much might fail to do so because it is a crazy matchup. Much like it was on both sides of the fence on the Battleground ladder matches last night. Ethan Page, one of the men's version, and cashing in at the end of the show, defeating Ilya Dragunov, who just won the NXT Championship. It's heartbreaking to see that loss from Ilya Dragunov last night. And of course, Stephanie Baker winning the women's version as Io Sky right now, running the ropes, getting ahead of Steven Atope, taking out Becky Lynch. Holy, Io Sky's on fire, look at Bayley! Back suplex on a Chelsea Green. Sky now drop kicking Bayley, didn't get all of it. And a big kick caught by Bayley in the inside of the ring. Here's everyone all over the place. And this Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Bayley shot after shot on Io Sky. Going to send her into the ladder. Here is Becky taking a fight on the outside to Chelsea Green. And a knife edge shot by Bayley against the ladder. I believe a table's been brought out on the other side of the ring by Bianca Belair. She's fighting out with Lyra Valkyria. Look at this from in the ring here. Submission from Becky Lynch. I mean, that ain't going to matter in this matchup. You're going to climb the ladder, you're going to take down the contract inside. And inside the contract, of course, guarantees a future opportunity at the WWE Women's World or WWE Women's Championships anytime, anywhere for up to 1 year. Bianca and Becky going at it. Becky knows what that's like. She had it last year. She cashed it in ahead of time in a announced matchup at SummerSlam against the boss Sasha Banks. Is Bayley the first woman to climb the ladder? Bayley getting her hands on the contract. Bayley for the championship opportunity. She's already a women's US champ. We could see Bayley being two-time champ in the future. Bayley's going all the way up to the top. DDT from Bianca Belair on Chelsea, and Bayley with a SmackDown bomb on Chelsea Green off the top of the freaking ladder. And I was seeing Sky climbing the ladder. And it was Bianca Belair setting the ladder down as Bayley was also climbing up it. My days, look at that Hurricane ladder now. From Lyra Valkyria on Bianca Belair, she turns her attention to Io Sky on the inside. Bayley after Becky in the outside of the ring, grabbing a kendo stick and gonna hit Becky Lynch in the midsection, but now Chelsea Green takes it from her, and Chelsea now gonna hit Bayley with it. And over the inside, Lyra Valkyria inverted DDT onto Bianca Belair. There's Io Sky now on the apron. Chelsea Green going to come back in the ring. There's Lyra Valkyria and Chelsea going at it with a steel chair. Io went for a springboard drop kick, connecting with absolutely no one as Bianca spear. Beautiful connection that time. Meanwhile, Bayley and Becky continue to fight the outside. The two most experienced women in the Money in the Bank ladder match continuing their fight. Bianca with a heel whip on Io Sky. Chelsea Green gonna hit Belair with the ladder. Chelsea claiming an opportunity in the German suplex from Valkyrie on the outside on Bayley connects. Chelsea Green got her in for herself here, but instead of setting it up in the middle of the ring to claim it, she sets it up in the corner and it continues the fight on Bianca Belair. Right now it's Lyra coming back in with Chelsea Green, a woman that Chelsea Green has faced off before and lost to, and the former NXT Women's Champion Valkyrie Io Sky there. Flipping neckbreaker to a seated Bianca Belair. Bayley comes back in, still cheering hand from Io Sky, and she nails Bayley over the back of the head with a launching it at Bianca Belair. My days, Becky Lynch clearing the announce table at ringside. Bayley, Io, Lyra and Chelsea battle on the inside of the ring as right now Lyra Valkyrie, a Nightwing on Chelsea Green as Bayley hitting Valkyrie with a steel chain. Bayley again blocking her with it, and there's a shot on Chelsea Green and then on Io Sky. And now Bayley looking good in the early moments in this women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm saying early moments, yes, it could end at any point, but let's go. Talking about the matches we've already seen this weekend, you know we're in for a long one. Becky and Lyra battle on the outside. Bianca having fun on the floor as well. Where's Io Sky? Wait a minute, manhandle slam by Becky on Lyra. And wait a minute on the inside. Io Sky, Bayley, tippy top rope. Sky, avalanche Spanish fly on a Bayley. What an incredible battle as Becky Lynch comes in with a ladder. Becky Lynch ladder brought into it. Io Sky picks it up and hit both women with it. Becky and Chelsea falling down as Io now climbing the ladder, and Lyra Valkyrie are going to stop her from doing so. And now Bayley climbing the ladder. Bayley slowly but surely trying to get up there, and Becky Lynch going to knock her down as Chelsea Green gets sent out of the ring by Bianca. What a fight tonight. That Money in the Bank, every match up in a brawl, every match up in a fight. Powerbomb on the floor by Bianca on Chelsea Green. Lyra Valkyria now, wait a minute, not on the ladder. Oh God, Benjamin, brain buster, and a Bayley on Becky Lynch by Bayley. And it was Valkyria, oh, Saito suplex on Bayley. Lyra still cheering, Lyra hitting her. And a whip for it again. Oh, counter. Oh, wait a minute, that was Bayley that done that. Wait a minute, oh my God, Chelsea Green on a Bianca Belair off the announce table with a suplex to the floor on Bianca. We saw Austin Theory and Ilya Dragunov do that last night in the main event of NXT Battleground. Lyra been set up in the centre of the ring. Lyra Valkyria, big power slam out of it. Becky Lynch, last year's winner, looking to win it 2 years in a row. Becky, hands on the contract. Lyra trying to stop her. Lyra not able to kick her off. Bianca Belair trying to knock her down. Becky saw it coming, not allowing that to happen. Bianca Belair though, gonna launch Becky Lynch. She knows Valkyria gonna try and send Bayley into the corner. Io Sky was having fun on the outside, coming back in though. Crazy how you can have fun in this type of matchup. This is incredible. This is chaotic. I don't even know what to call at this point. Io Sky in control. Lyra Valkyrie at the top rope. Looking to take out Bailey. Oh God, and such a German suplex by Io and a leg drop to a standing Bailey by Lyra Valkyria, who went off the top rope. And a Lyra neckbreaker on Io Sky. Chelsea Green sending Becky Lynch to the outside. And it's just Lyra, Io, and technically Bailey who's down on the inside. Lyra, wait a minute, moonsault on Bailey! Lyra gonna get a ladder. Lyra's gonna climb here. Chelsea Green's just standing around like a ladder on the outside. Or with a ladder, not like a ladder. Is Lyra, oh, missing that springboard crossbody. Bailey grabs her. Oh, I'm gonna drop her. Bianca gonna drop Bailey, got against the ropes here. Bianca Belair, oh, the super kick, and here comes vintage Bianca here. Live up Money in the Bank. And Hollywood, oh yeah! That shining star press. Oh God, we're going to the outside of the ring. Becky Lynch and a set-out powerbomb on Chelsea Green. And a release German suplex by Sky on Lyra Valkyria. Lyra gets right back to her feet though. What the hell's it going to take? Becky Lynch on the steel chair on the outside as watch Lyra Valkyria stomping away. On Bianca. Bianca able to counter, and Bianca going to get hit with the steel chair courtesy of Becky Lynch with a crossbody by Bailey, and now comes back in. Taking down Becky. And Bailey clothesline on Chelsea Green. Io Sky now back in. Bailey picking up Chelsea. Kicks in midsection. Bailey. Rose plant on Chelsea. Lyra big shot. On Io. Bailey picking up Lyra. And a suplex. As Bailey's pinned Lyra twice in this series. Both the women's US title matchup. Steel chair in hand now from Bailey and now hitting Lyra. And the midsection with the chair. Bailey, ladder in hand. Is she going to be able to set it up on the inside and the centre of the ring? Able to do so. Dragon screw from Io Sky on Bianca. Going after that leg again. Bailey scaling the ladder. Bailey almost had her hands on the case. But nonetheless able to try and take her down. Or both Io and Becky Lynch and they're able to do so. And now Becky goes behind on Sky and a nice take down on Io that time. Chelsea after Bianca Belair. Incredible star power in this woman's Money in the Bank ladder match. Code breaker from Chelsea Green. Missed the mark that time. And there's Bailey, no, missing it. Sorry, Becky missing it. And Bailey, look at this ground and pound offense now on Becky Lynch. On last year's one. Oh, stop from Io Sky. Io Sky sitting at the top rope. Io, how's she thinking here? And Lyra Valkyria coming back in. Picking up Becky Lynch. Oh God, not again. Another brain bust off the fisherman. Oh, Io Sky then. Went through over the moonsault coming up short. As however she was aiming for, I think Bailey was able to get up and Bailey with a suplex on Valkyria. Bianca KO day on Io Sky. The kiss of death. Bailey going after Bianca Belair though. Big shot all over back. Bianca fighting back against Bailey. Now it's Bianca Belair picking up Bailey. Look at the power of the EST Gorilla Press. Jesus, Lyra came in. Springboard and leg drop. Everyone's in the ring right now. Kendall sticking the hand of Becky Lynch. Everybody getting knocked down to the floor. Io Sky, big splash. Chelsea Green gets the knees off. And Bailey gonna send Chelsea down. Look at Io Sky here. All around the world on drag on Bianca Belair. Holy smokes, what a fight. Bulldog on Bianca from Io Sky. And look at this, Becky Lynch. Manhandle slam on Bailey. Io off the top, DDT on Bianca Belair dropped to her head. Lyra came back in, still cheering on Becky and Lyra go back and forth on the outside. Chelsea Green bringing another ladder back into the ring. Io Sky though over the moonsault. My days, what a fight. And now Lyra picking up Chelsea. Nay, wing by Valkyria. Io Sky, ladder in hand. And Lyra with it. And now Io setting it up centre of the ring. Bailey and Becky on the outside. Lyra down and out on the inside. Io Sky's climbing up. Bailey trying to climb up as well. Io Sky waiting for Bailey to get up there. And again knocked off by Bianca Belair, both women. And then Becky. A calf kick. Lyra gonna send Io to the floor. Chelsea Green gonna send Lyra to the floor. Becky in there by Chelsea. And now Chelsea wanna put Becky away. Becky able to counter. Back and forth go both women. Manhandle slam from Lynch. And it's last used one of the only women standing in the ring. Well, there's Bailey, however. Bailey back in there. And Bailey trying to fight off with Becky Lynch. But Becky able to see her coming. What a fight, man. Good luck to LA Knight and John Cena, who are going to be following this one in your main event for the world title. Lyra picking up Chelsea again and another night wing, this time on the chair, and a rose pop by Bailey on Becky Lynch, and Io Sky with an arm drag on Bianca Belair. And then Bailey sent to the outside by Valkyria. Bianca sent to the outside. Or sorry, Io sent to the outside by Bianca. Wait a minute, Chelsea Green! Elevated flatliner on Lyra on the floor. Bianca Belair setting up the ladder. The only woman in the ring here. There's Chelsea Green in though. Bianca's climbing. And Chelsea Green gonna say hell nah. Jeez. Chelsea Green, Becky Lynch in the ring. Becky's climbing the ladder. Bailey's trying to stop her. Chelsea Green's there with a steel chair. Becky Lynch, last year's winner's trying to win it. Chelsea Green's also climbing up. Becky got her hand on the case. Becky, both hands on the case, but the ladder's been taken out. And Becky's still there. Becky can take it down. This is how Ethan Page won it. Back at Battleground last night, but Bailey with a powerbomb. She was dangling from the damn ladder, but a powerbomb sent her out. Now Bailey neckbreaker on Lyra. Valkyria, Bailey, clothesline, Becky sent out to the ring. And out goes another competitor, I believe it's Sky. And Seth packing as well. Chelsea Green and gets hit the ladder. As does Bianca Belair, courtesy of Bailey. Bailey setting it up now. Lyra Valkyria back into the ring. Bailey now climbing the ladder. Gonna become a double champ in the future. And Lyra Valkyria sets her out. Even Chelsea Green getting a feeling of that ladder on the way down. Becky Lynch going after Lyra, sends Lyra to the outside. Couldn't tell you who my favourite is to win this. Maybe someone as experienced as a Becky Lynch, could be a two-time champion. I have high hopes for Bailey. She's been looking incredibly good this season. Chelsea Green, as I said, a big dark horse to win it. As a Bailey connects on Chelsea. But ultimately, I might look at like a Lyra Valkyria. She's been very impressive tonight. Nonetheless, Bailey climbing the ladder. Becky Lynch right there. Becky going to climb at the other side. And now it's Bailey and Becky at the top of the ladder, and Becky with a forearm. My goodness, look at Io Sky! Oh, taking out Bianca Belair. Becky and Bailey continue their fight here. Bailey going to send Becky down. No, Becky, next shot on Bailey. Bailey another shot at Becky forearm. Both women still on, and out Bailey been knocked down. I don't know why Becky didn't just reach for the contract. The ladder's been absolutely manhandled now, however. It's everyone, apart from Io and Lyra, down and out as the outside are battling. I believe Chelsea Green just had her manoeuvre on Bianca. Oh goodness, or sorry, that was Becky Lynch. Look at Lyra Valkyria here. Oh goodness, back legs from sending Io Sky to the outside. It's Chelsea Green hit and pretty on the outside. On a Becky Lynch, Rose planting the inside on Lyra Valkyria by Bailey. And it's Bailey and Chelsea in the ring. And now Chelsea Green going to send her head first onto the ladder. There's a table on the outside. Next to Becky and Bianca. As Bianca comes back in the ring after sending last year's winner of the steel steps. Drop kick into the corner by Io. On to Chelsea Green. Bianca Belair. No. Landing on her feet with Io Sky. Off that back suplex attempt. Big kick, and Bailey after the leg chop. Block on Sky. Bailey back after the ladder. Becky Lynch back in, going after Bailey and going to send her to the outside of the ring as Bianca gets sent out as well by Chelsea Green. Would have been eliminated from the Royal Rumble with both those women. As Lyra Valkyria, Io Sky in the ring right now. Both women went for similar manoeuvres. Lyra off the ropes, Io moving in the way. This is incredible. Lyra picking up Sky. And now this sends her out to dry. Throat first off the top rope. Is Lyra going to climb? No, Becky there trying to stop her in her tracks. Lyra, Becky, back at it. Becky face first off the ladder. Went for a knee there was Bailey. But Becky moved out of harm's way. Becky and Bailey back at it. Bailey gets sent right back to the floor as does Lyra. Wait a minute, Io Sky is climbing the ladder. As is Becky Lynch. Sky's with her hand on the case and Becky's going to stop her. Becky Lynch for a Chelsea Green knocking both women off the ladder. Holy. Chelsea picking up last year's Money in the Bank winner. Becky elbows away now. Bianca going to send her down. Double leg takedown. Chelsea Green waist lock. Forearm off the ropes and send her into the corner. And Chelsea Green got in 19. Oh my goodness. Oh, dragging out Bailey. Bailey again climbing the ladder, but so does Chelsea Green. Gets up there so much quicker than Bailey does. Chelsea might look to be a great favourite going out of this one. As Io Sky trying to stop her on her tracks, but Bailey's been knocked down. And Chelsea Green has been as well. What the hell is going on in this incredible fight tonight? Oh, Lyra in the corner. Tornado DDT on a Chelsea Green. Oh, Bianca taking out Becky as well. Bianca's climbing. Lyra's trying to stop her. Unable to do so. What a match. John Cena and LA Knight got a lot cut out for them as they will follow this incredible battle for the main event for the world title. Io Sky laying out Valkyria. Bayley once again scaling the ladder. She's climbed the ladder more than anyone in this matchup tonight. As Bayley got her hands on the case. Oh, and again it's Bianca Belair gonna knock her off the damn ladder. Jesus, what a fight. Io fighting back against Bianca Belair here in the far side of your screen. Io and Lyra are going to try and team up here against Bianca Belair. They're able to do so. Chelsea top rope here against Bayley, missing the drop kick. Bayley able to get out of the way that time. Look at Io Sky. Oh, the rolling predicament and that double foot stomp. And now Becky Lynch, German suplex on a Bayley. Io Sky drop kick on Becky. Io Sky, the only woman standing right now. The only woman standing at all. Gets the ladder. Can she set it up and climb? Io Sky for the woman's money in the bank case. Become Miss Money back to her hand on the contract. Becky Lynch sends the ladder down. Who the hell's going to win this one? Bianca picks up Lyra. KOD is Becky with a manhandle slam on Bayley. Holy hell. Now Chelsea and Bianca go at it. Becky taking down Bayley. And Chelsea got Bianca against the ropes. Chelsea going after Becky Lynch now. Io going after Bayley. Shoulder breaker by Chelsea Green on Lynch. Io sends Bayley back in as well as a ladder being brought in by both Chelsea and Io. Well, Io just setting that one up, in fact. And Bianca the heel whip on Bayley. Io not having it. Let's try and send Bianca Belair out here. But now there goes last year's winner Becky Lynch, courtesy of Lyra Valkyria, fellow Irish gal, in this ladder match. Next stomps from Io Sky. Bianca picking up Lyra Valkyria. She's going to send her to the floor. My God, a powerbomb to the outside of the freaking ring. Holy hell. Chelsea Green DDT on Bayley. Io after Chelsea Green. Bianca sets up the damn ladder as Bianca Belair going to send Io off the ropes. Big time spine buster. Blind Bianca, you got the opportunity. Chelsea Green's there. Bianca is climbing the ladder. Bayley trying to stop her. Unable to do so. Really Chelsea Green knocking the ladder down. Able to help as well. Lyra Valkyria back after Chelsea Green. Becky Lynch middle rope leg drop on Io Sky as Lyra with the Rolls German on Chelsea. And then Lyra picking up Becky Lynch in a neck breaker. Lyra get a damn ladder and climb. What the hell are you thinking here? She's picking up Io Sky. You got a chance, man. You had that chance, Lyra. Well, a bit too bushy-tailed and brown-eyed, but nonetheless, the matchup continuing. Here at Money in the Bank in Hollywood. Bianca picking up Becky Lynch. KOD, and last year's winner nailed it. Get a damn ladder and climb, Bianca. The ladder's right there. Don't know what the hell Bianca's thinking. Well, Chelsea Green getting a ladder on the outside. She's going to bring it into the ring or not? Bianca, Io, Becky battling on the inside. Here's Bianca Belair. Oh, backbreaker. Bayley drop kick on Lyra. Steel chair shot from Becky Lynch on Bianca Belair. There's Becky looking for a back suplex. Bayley countered with a bulldog. Bayley countered with a bulldog that time. And the ladder was forced to the outside. Bayley's going to the top rope. Not often do we see Bayley up there. She goes down though, thinking against it and grabbing that ladder and trying to send it into the ring here. Becky Lynch just going to work against Io Sky in the corner. Big shots here. There's Bayley with a shot on Lyra Valkyria. Becky Lynch manhandle slam on Io Sky as Bayley again sent to the outside. Bianca. Oh no, back suplex countered by Lyra. Wait a minute, Chelsea. And putting it on the ladder. On to Becky Lynch as Bianca. And Lyra Valkyria that time. Chelsea trying to set up the ladder, but Bianca counter German suplex. Bianca, it's your moment. Set up the damn ladder and climb. There's Bayley right there. Bayley with a forearm on Belair. Big kick. Bayley. Rose. Plant on Bianca. Io with a drop kick on Lyra Valkyria. My days, what a fight. Becky Lynch, Io Sky continue There's Faye, and it's Becky, and a armbar submission here, but like no Bayley. Bayley's on the top of the ladder. Bayley momentarily on her hands in the cage. Once again, does herself with a Chelsea Green from the stopper, and Becky Lynch sends the ladder crashing down. Bayley down on the canvas again. Becky counters on Chelsea, and this one officially has been longer than the men's one earlier on. The hell's it going to take for either of these 6 women? They want the win. They want the championship opportunity in the future. Becky, set of the outside. Bianca Belair, pump handle, and a backbreaker on Io Sky. Chelsea, Bianca going at it. Bianca picking up Chelsea. Oh God, the strength. The counter on the DDT by Green. And then Bayley. Ladder shot on Chelsea. Ladder shot on Valkyria. Bayley again. Setting the ladder up and climbing. No one's there to stop her. The women's US champion to become a 2-time champion. Or maybe become a double champion at some point. Bayley's got her hand on it. And Becky Lynch again gonna stop her. What is Faye? Lyra just springboard drop kick. Going after Io. The counter. The shots now from Io Sky on a Lyra Valkyria. Bianca Belair ladder in hands. Oh, I'm gonna hit Io Sky with it. Trying to set it up. Bianca hitting whip on Bayley. Oh man, Bayley in agony. And Bianca set face first on the ladder, which was set up by Lyra Valkyria. Bayley on the outside. Lyra sending Becky to the outside. Why are you going outside too, Lyra? Climb the ladder. Io Sky's gonna do it. Io Sky's scaling it. Slowly but surely can Io become Miss Money in the Bank. Got her hand on the contract. Io Sky's got it, ladies and gentlemen. German suplex by Chelsea Green. Holy hell. Lyra trying to stop Io Sky. She's had it for a good opportunity here. Chelsea Green, the Irish whip. Gonna send her down. And then Bayley climbing the ladder. No! Chelsea Green! Becky Lynch able to set her down. And Chelsea! And pretty on Becky! Onto the ladder. After laying out Bayley. With an incredible elevated flatliner. Chelsea Green sets the ladder up this time. Lyra Valkyria back in. Chelsea Green gonna begin her climb. And a dark horse for the win, but Lyra gonna send her down that time. Holy hell. What a hell of a fight. Io Sky going after Becky Lynch. Dragon suplexes Bayley. Got her hands on the case. Bianca got a powerbomb position on Chelsea. Bayley's got both hands on the case. And Bayley brings it down. Bayley is Miss Money in the Bank as well as the Women's United States Champion. For the experience factor Aiden Bayley tonight. As Bayley walks out. Your new Miss Money in the Bank 2026 Money in the Bank winners are Ethan Page, Stephanie Vaquer, Cody Rhodes, and Bayley. The first two, of course, coming from NXT last night at Battleground. What a win for Bayley. What a hell of a women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. Those were your closing moments. Bayley as the victor.
Here is your winner, and Miss Money in the Bank, Bayley.
What a hell of a match. What a win for Bayley. As let's take a look at what's going down in the weekly shows following Money in the Bank. This coming week on Raw, we're seeing the WWE tag titles on the line. As the Judgment Day's Damian Priest and JD McDonough going to be defending the gold against the number one contenders, the Street Profits of Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. Following that, AJ Lee and Naomi going one-on-one. The winner earning an opportunity at Liv Morgan for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. That's going to be a good one tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. Also on Raw and a tournament, a mini contender tournament for the Intercontinental title. Both superstars are part of the men's Money in the Bank ladder match earlier on, going one-on-one. Finn Balor taking on Limitless Keith Lee for the first time. That'll be an awesome one. Let's turn your attention now on a SmackDown. The winner of this gets an opportunity at Bayley for the Women's US Championship. She is now also Miss Money in the Bank. Alexa Bliss, former Women's World Champion, taking on the woman who beat her for the Women's World title. Another former Women's World Champ, Kairi Sane. And then the new United States Champ will be in action. And a non-title match, she goes one-on-one with a former Intercontinental Champion and Chad Gable. It's Fatu and Gable on SmackDown. And then in the main event of SmackDown, this coming week, the winner of this earns the opportunity at Daniel Bryan for the next shot at the WWE Championship at your next premium live event. Bad Blood, it'll be CM Punk versus the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. But right now, folks, it is now time for your main event of the evening in Los Angeles at Money in the Bank. It's the world title on the line. LA Knight, the champion. John Cena chasing his 17th world title. It's next for the gold in Los Angeles.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, it's been one hell of a show. I can't think of a better way than to cap it off with this man in the midst of his retirement tour, which will come to an end at WrestleMania this season. But the question is, will he have held the World Heavyweight Championship before that or not? Will he be world champion going into WrestleMania? Will he win the world title going out of WrestleMania? Will he lose it? Who knows? All I can say is Cena will be retired at WrestleMania. This is almost his last chance tonight to walk out the World Heavyweight Champion. And it's Cena's opportunity to become a 17-time champion. That has been never seen in this series. And he's got a huge opportunity to knock off Los Angeles' own LA Knight for the World Heavyweight Championship in this first time ever dream match to main event Money in the Bank. Cannot wait for what is going to be an action-packed main event, no doubt about it. Cena this past week on Raw winning a triple threat matchup to become #1 contender, knocking off Seth freaking Rollins and tapping out Sami Zayn to the STFU submission and sending a message to LA Knight for tonight as the world title is going to be on the line. This is going to be a tough test for the World Heavyweight Champion as he comes into his 4th defense as the champ in his hometown of LA. And here he comes, your reigning and defending heavyweight champion of the world, LA Knight, yeah. Winning it on WrestleMania Saturday in the main event against Bobby Roode after earning the opportunity by winning the men's Elimination Chamber match at No Way Out in Perth, Australia. Defeated Roode and Rollins in a triple threat match at Backlash to retain the world title, as well as beating Finn Balor at Clash in Paris, and most notably 2 weeks ago, knocking off Logan Paul at Saturday night's main event to hang on to the world title. 4th defense tonight for Knight against John Cena at the big dance, Money in the Bank. It might be LA Knight's hometown, he might have the home field advantage, but every major championship match has the advantage leaning toward the challenger. And that's no different tonight, especially since that challenger is John Cena. As that right there is what they're fighting for in your main event of the evening. The beautiful, prestigious and coveted World Heavyweight Championship in the red brand. Let's head it to the ring now with the official ring introductions for the final time tonight with Alicia Taylor.
Introducing the challenger from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, the greatest of all time, John Cena. And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 240 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion,
Thank you, Alicia. Great introductions as always. It's the final time she's doing it tonight. It's Knight and Cena marking a big time fight field tonight in your main event in Los Angeles. Hollywood is rocking and raving tonight as the City of Angels going to be treated to a hell of a main event in what has already been one hell of a show. There you see the official Eddie Arango. He is the referee assigned the duties for your main event tonight between Cena and Knight for the World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw. Here we go, bell has been rung. Match up underway, the crowd on their feet as these two going to deliver the goods here in your main event. Title on the line. It's Knight, it's Cena, first time ever the current generation versus the generation of the past. As Cena extends the hand, Knight accepts. Good show of sportsmanship. We get a shake of hands to get us started. And here we go. Nate and Cena locking up. And your main event for the gold. Cena go behind. Waist lock now on LA Knight here. John Cena got that waist lock still on the Megastar. Gonna take him down. And John Cena now in control. Side headlock takeover on LA Knight. Knight now. Got the legs around the neck of John Cena. LA Knight gonna wrench away now on Cena this time. Hell of a night at the Thin Man. That money in the bank is John Cena. Gonna nip up from that one. Back into a lock up with LA Knight. Both men not able to get the upper hand on that exchange, but right now back into it as it's Knight and Cena back on the offensive. And it's John Cena now. Wrist lock on LA Knight. Got the arm wringer. Knight in a world to hurt here in this world title showdown. And your main event, but Knight will get out of it. John Cena now in trouble. High wrist lock now by the Megastar. On Cena, and he's wrenching away now as LA Knight. There on John Cena. So LA Knight now got him again. Oh, Cena at the back door. Cena now into a headlock on the Megastar. Side headlock on LA Knight. Knight's in trouble. Knight trying to adjust himself and sends him off the rope. Sends him under the apron. Knight now big shot and a drop kick. Sends Cena to the floor. Oh, and Cena hitting hard there. It's LA Knight saying, yeah. Did that just happen? Yeah. And LA Knight off the apron. Cena on the floor. And LA Knight with a running clothesline off the apron on the outside. Taking a fight to the floor. Now this one's going to be a brawl on the outside. It's Knight sending the challenger into the barricade. LA having a little bit of fun out with the crowd tonight in his hometown. LA comes back in. Big jab, no counter, forearm by Cena. And Cena now going to send LA with the barricade. The referee, Eddie Arango, is counting both these men out here. He's at a count of 6. Cena sending Knight face first off the barricade, coming back in and back out to break the count at 7. Don't want a double count out, don't want a count out situation to go down here in the main event of Money in the Bank. That's why the official been a little bit lenient here to the rules. We want a winner in your main event. Huge PLE main event for the world title tonight. Cena and Knight, first time ever. And LA with a clothesline. This could be the only time these two collide as Cena's career going to be over by the end of this season at WrestleMania, regardless if he is a champion or not. Could be the same title that he wins tonight if he does against the Megastar. Comes back in now, goes Cena at the count of 7 and sending Knight off the rope, so he's too busy celebrating. And now it's John Cena, cold red, penny predicament on LA Knight, shoulders down and a kick out as the world title matchup rolling on. You're in your main event, John Cena kicking out at the boots of LA on the mat. Here is John Cena, keeping it retro tonight and picking up LA with a massive powerbomb from the deadlift position. Cena now currently in control on LA Knight. Picking up LA, what a great way to end this night off. And Cena trying to wear down the world champion with the best move in all of professional wrestling. What better way to do it than the neck crack? But he moves out the way there. Clearly didn't do enough of a job to wear down LA. As LA now battles back. And LA Knight, big shot to the face. Open arm, palm strike, and a face first goes John Cena planted to the canvas. I want to let you know as well, guys, that WWE Dark for the next 8 weeks not going to be a thing. As LA jumping off the rope. Middle rope to the top. The elbow drop. Cover 1 count only. Says the challenger who is determined tonight to walk out the new World Heavyweight Champion. It's John Cena. Well, they got wrench on LA Knight. My days. As we said, the WWE Dark no longer going to be a thing, at least for the next 8 weeks, as we're going to be trying something very different here, which is the WWE World Cup Tournament as LA Knight springboard drop kick. But that's right, folks, starting this coming Friday night, here after Money in the Bank, we are going to see the beginning of the WWE World Cup Tournament. 32 competitors from different countries all over the world collide for an opportunity to get an opportunity at a championship of their brand. That will be the main championship of their brand. All Raw, SmackDown and NXT superstars will be a part of the tournament, representing various different countries. It all begins this Friday night, and a replacement of WWE Dark, the WWE World Cup Tournament, getting underway. It's going to be hot and heavy. This coming Friday, you don't want to miss it. But right now it's John Cena bringing LA out of the corner in a hard way. Cena is really focused on becoming champion top rope now goes big match. John, as this is a big match. It's a big fight feel. Leg drop off the top. Covered by Cena for the championship. The 2 count and a kick out. This is the main event official area angle tonight. John Cena, that patented leg drop off the top, giving him so much success. Not enough tonight against the megastar who runs in and delivers a neck breaker onto John Cena. It's LA picking up Cena. Irish whip, gonna send him into the corner. It's LA Knight stomping away on the challenger Cena here. Stomp after stomp goes LA Knight. Yeah, what a night it has been at Money in the Bank. Raw and SmackDown going to be off the chart this coming week, as well as NXT, as LA Knight launching Cena with that inverted power slam almost. And they're in the corner. LA Knight in control against John Cena. Up on the middle rope, we're going to put him away. Oh, there's Cena. Big elbows fighting out of it. And there's Cena now to the top rope. He's already laid out LA Knight with the leg drop. Back up to the well. Is Cena going to be able to pay this one off? And he will with a flying crossbody up the top. And John Cena here going to send him out and busting the champion wide open. And how often will he be the champion for? LA able to bow back. Shot to the midsection. Kick to the midsection. That'll be out of nowhere. Cover of Blood Force Trauma. 2 count by Nader retaining your main event is Cena. The quest to become 17-time world champ continues. Cena able to kick out somehow, someway. Clothesline caught Cena. STO on night. What a fight. What a night it's been. What a weekend it's been. His battleground was last night. That was off the charts as well. Replay available now for those who didn't catch it. It's John Cena. All the 5 moves are doom. Getting a flurry of offense here and hitting that second gear. And here comes Big Match John. Looking to close in on that WWE title. You can't see me. The crowd knows what's coming. 5 knuckle shuffle. Night feeling the effects of that one. He will be for days. Cena setting up to put him away. The way we do champion. Attitude adjustment. And yay. Come on. Cena. He's going to do it. 2. Throwing a kick out by LA Knight. What a fight. What an absolute war of attrition we are seeing this evening. Maybe 2 of the best today on the Monday Night Raw brand. Well, he's in the corner. John Cena is going to meet him up there, right up to the tippy top rope. John Cena here with a superplex off the top. And listen to this place go crazy in Los Angeles, chanting this as awesome indeed it is. It could be over as well, though, as Cena covers. There's 2 on LA, and a kick out by the champion. Ain't gonna be the champion by the end of the night. We've already seen 1 championship change hands as AJ Styles lost his US title there against the Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu. The 219-day reign of AJ Styles has came to an end. LA Knight looking at 218-day reign of Styles has come to an end. LA Knight has held the world title for 219 days, winning it at WrestleMania Saturday. And looking to hold on to it tonight and his 4th defense against Cena. LA big side slam, back breaker out the corner. And away LA setting Cena up on the other corner, maybe looking for a superplex from this busted open challenger. But Cena able to drop him down, but we know what's coming for the busted open champion. LA Knight, a beautiful vertical leap off the top. And a superplex by the megastar. And it's LA Knight looking to close and retain. Off the ropes here. Knight, elbow drop, cover. Looking leg, shoulders down. A stop Cena in his tracks. 2 count. No, and a kick out by Big Match John again. What a fight. What a night. I cannot believe how good this premium live event has turned out to become, man. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. What an opportunity it has been for all the competitors to compete on that show, and what it is an opportunity for LA Knight to step up with one of the greatest of all time, and John Cena potentially beat him. Here tonight is LA! Through the ropes, wrecking ball drop kick on John Cena. It was last PLE at Clash in Paris, where John Cena lost out to the ring general Gunther, tapping out to his chokehold. But somehow Cena was able to earn himself an opportunity in the world title. He's getting it tonight, but they dropped him with a BFT on the floor. BFT with a megastar. That'll drop Cena in his tracks, and LA Knight clearing both announce tables here right in front of us at ringside. LA Knight, ladies and gentlemen, going back in. Now going back out to break the count. But Cena on his feet. Cena on the outside of the ring with a freaking monkey flip on LA. How the hell is Cena fighting after all this? And Cena's picking up LA's world title and saying, I'm walking out with this tonight. But no, LA got a clothesline out of his hands. And then Knight picking up John Cena. The referee continuing his count here as Eddie Arango. Count of 4 here is Knight. Gonna send John Cena on the announce table. Here at ringside, precarious position for both these athletes as LA Knight, big right hand. Count of 5 here from the official. Another shot from LA. And now Cena battling right back. And now Cena with another big shot. Count of 7. Both men gonna do something big here. John Cena with a forearm. Count of 8. Both men gonna get back in. John Cena suplex off the table. Gonna get back in though. Count of 9. Referee being lenient. Cena out and in. Breaking the count just in like a time. I was getting very scared that time that this one would have been over. And John Cena would have won the match up by count out, but not the championship. That would have been a heartbreaking way to end Money in the Bank as Cena leaped off the top with an elbow drop on LA Knight and puts him right back on the announce table. Oh, John Cena and Knight back at a precarious position for both these superstars on the table and what has been a great main event thus far. Clearly the fatigue setting in for both stars as the championship rounds are really sinking in. LA and Cena back and forth. John Cena again with a forearm shot on LA Knight. And Cena grabbing LA again, looking for it for a second time, and he got it! Superplex off the freaking table again. On the mat. Count of 8 this time from John Cena as he goes right back out. Well, Cena's hit him with that twice. And that's contest. And this might be it for John Cena, the greatest of all time. Looking to put the megastar away. Top rope goes John Cena. LA somehow getting to his feet, but getting knocked right down a size by Cena with that double axe handle off the top. Cena's been all over him over the last couple of minutes, and that might be enough for Cena to capitalise on the 17th world title of his career. John Cena, the springboard with the stunner, the top rope. John Cena all the way across the ring, hitting a massive body splash on the World Heavyweight Champion, and right back to the top. High red district from Cena, 5 knuckle shuffle off the top, cover, shoulders down, Cena for the World Heavyweight Gold 2. No, LA Knight kicking out, but that was a weak kick out. That was a lazy kick out from LA Knight. Big elbow moving out the way, LA back at him, big shot from Knight. Another big jab from the megastar, grabbing John Cena. There's that pop-up and power slam. Both men are down in that crucial part of your main event tonight. What a match here at Money in the Bank. LA Knight in control against Cena. Big kicks, and here comes the megastar. Looking for it for a second time here. The elbow drop off the ropes, and he nailed it. Right in the chest of John Cena. LA Knight. It doesn't seem like he's done with Cena. I gotta send him right to the outside here. LA. He's in Los Angeles. It's his hometown. It's the biggest match of his career, no doubt about it in there. With one of the greatest, if not the greatest, of all time, John Cena. And if Cena does beat Knight, he will undoubtedly be the greatest of all time. No one can argue about it. Right now it is a little bit argumentative. But right now Cena and Knight back on the table for a third time, fighting it out back and forth. Cena, massive forearm shot on the world champion. Another crop right upside the head. LA Knight able to counter it. And then Knight picking up John Cena. Oh my god! A gravy train through the announce table. A raid crash by Knight. Listen to the sold out crowd in Hollywood. The city of angels on their feet. Knight sends Cena back and retain the cover hook of the leg. Shoulders down. Turn a kick out by John Cena. How on earth is Cena surviving this? What a massive match this has been. Oh my god, Cena's on his feet, and Cena's picking up Knight. Cena, attitude adjustment, second time. He's not done. He's looking for a third. He's looking for a second in a row. Cena, rushing off the cobwebs. Hey, come on, for a 17th title too. 3 no. Oh, the hometown boy kicks out. Oh man, this has been one of the greatest 3 hours in KO Productions history. And it continues to roll on as Knight and Cena continue their fight. BFT. Cover, but a champ hooks the leg, shoulder down to Cena, grabs the bottom rope, and his title is still on the horizon. His 17th world title is still an option, man. Great ring awareness and veteran instinct out of the veteran Cena. Knight, blockbuster from the middle row. On a battle, LA. Back to the middle rope, flying in, missing the knee, moving out the way. There's John Cena with a big shot. Cena, cold, red. Oh, I cannot believe how this one has played out, and it might be the end of LA Knight right here. 3rd time of the match, John Cena, you can't see me. 5 knuckle shuffle. Knight has been dropped. Knight is done. Here comes Cena. This is how he earned the opportunity this past week on Raw. It's TFU. He made Sami Zayn tap out, but that's not triple threat. Contenders match that also included Seth freaking Rollins. Will Knight tap out or pass out due to the pain? Eddie Orango, the official here, to see if he will, and if he does, we will have a new World Heavyweight Champion in the form of John Cena. He's got Knight done. Knight could be out. No, LA's still in it in his hometown of Los Angeles. What a match. LA elbows his way out. Cena those shoulders down. Jackknife cover. They only get a second one of this season and become world champion, and a kick out by LA. That's right, folks. John Cena has won this past week on Raw to become #1 contender, which is only one of the series in this far. 2 count, and LA wanted to make sure it stayed that way off the jackknife pin. Just like Cena just done just there, but it was a kick out by Cena, much like it was with LA. Back and forth goes Cena and Knight right here. What a fight it has been. LA gravy train for the 2nd time of the match here. Raid crash. We've already seen him do that through the announce table. Now he's doing it in the ring. LA, middle rope, leaps to the top of the elbow. Drop, and it might be over. For the dream of Cena, the fairy tale could be over right here in the BFT. 4th time of the match connects. A couple of has to do it. There's 2. LA Knight picks up the biggest win of his career. He knocks off John Cena in the main event of Money in the Bank to retain the World Heavyweight Championship in his hometown of Los Angeles, California. Unbelievable fight. I thought multiple times Cena had the title won. The first day, followed by the 2nd and the 3rd in a row, than the STF. I thought that was the nail in the coffin. But it was the elbow drop, the leap from the top, and the BFT for the 4th time, which allows LA Knight to retain the world title once again, keeping his 218-day reign alive as World Heavyweight Champion.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion,
Knight wins in his hometown. His 219-day reign continues with now his 4th successful defense as world champion. Wait a minute, who's Gunther? That's Gunther, the man who defeated John Cena at last PLE. Clash in Paris is now ambushing the world champion after the hellacious match now a powerbomb on LA Knight. And I think we know why Gunther is targeting the world champ. I think Gunther wants to be in contention now for the world title. He beat Cena last PLE. He beat him last month. Knight just beat him just moments ago. And now Gunther seemingly wants to be next in line for the title. And it's clear he deserves it. The former NXT champ now decimating Knight. He's bringing a table in the ring and it hits him with a 2nd powerbomb. This is destruction after what Knight has been through. And this match, and this night in his hometown, he's getting laid out to end the show. Gunther now, German suplex through the table in the ring. As the ring getting out. stands tall and wants a piece of the mega star for the World Heavyweight Championship. As this is how we end. What an incredible event it's been. Thanks for watching, folks. That's all we have time for. Money and our bank from Los Angeles.